Alright everybody, welcome to Chapter 6 of the Ashen Hounds and the Hideous Halls of Mugdulblub. Alright, we're coming near an end. This is not quite the last chapter, but it's getting pretty close. They're coming to a near conclusion. And a few things to say about this episode. You're going to notice we get a lot more done in this one. We're able to speed up now. We're getting more comfortable with the system and crawling and speeding up crawling, that kind of thing. This episode has great combat, good drama, good role-playing, lots of action and excitement, and a really hilarious moment that you're going to want to stick around for. Either way, I hope you enjoy it. Let's dive into it. Where we last left off, you found your way down through this cavern filled with tar bats. You collected a few pieces of treasure in golden picture frames, made your way down into another room where the ranger, Luther, discovered some strange mushrooms growing about, and you gathered a few. The wall to the northeast there was bubbling in and out and had something strange going on with it. You guys just ignored it, but you did notice in the far distance, with the little bit of light you had, that it looked like this eerie shimmer going around. It looked like a statue, an alabaster statue of a woman, her white eyes gazing gently upon all who entered. And she was surrounded by a shimmering aura that made it appear like she was floating effortlessly through the air. And so you're like, what was that? And so you took a couple steps in, and when you did, you got close enough to notice that it is in fact a gelatinous cube. And that's where I'm going to roll the initiative. Gelatinous cube will be last. All right. So
not a single digit initiative.
Yeah, there you go. See, it's not rigged. Okay. All right, everybody. Starting off with Kilvar. You are up first. This gelatinous cube, which of course has no eyes or anything, but you just feel its presence like shift. The gelatin in it just shifts, and it's appears to be hostile.
First of all, the game is paused. Just a heads up.
Thank you.
Wondering what I can even attempt to do to this thing. I'm not sure what to do. I'm taking a couple steps back.
Okay. And any action, or are you just going to wait there?
I'm going to wait.
Okay. Luther, you're up.
What do I know about gelatinous cubes, and if I could shoot them with an arrow, would they feel it, or they would just eat it? Does my character know?
I'm going to say, for the most part, when you guys encounter creatures like this, you like types of monsters, that your characters are so inexperienced you don't know much about it. If it's animals in the wild, I'll let you roll, but I don't think every monster, I'm going to let everybody roll trying to hit 18s in order to try to learn things about monsters. But I would let bards roll, put it that way, because bards get advantage on lore, and they would hear tales through taverns and things like that. So yeah, pretty much that would be a good thing for a bard. But otherwise, yeah. No,
and
you
it
don't
clearly noticed our presence and is, or can we tell that it noticed our presence? Sorry, I'm just gonna take a shot at it.
It definitely looks hostile, and it's coming. As much as a gelatinous cube can look hostile, it does, and it's coming towards you.
All right, so what are we gonna do about this? I'm gonna take a shot.
All right, that is a hit. However, you notice your arrow goes, sucks into it, and it does appear to have damaged it as some of it slurps out onto the ground. Didn't quite have as much of an effect as you had hoped. So
yeah, I would say, what are we gonna do about this? I'm gonna back
1, 2, 3, 4. You did 4 damage to it instead of your 8. Okay, Bendek, you're up.
Yeah, I'm going to come off to the side here, just so everyone's still... Actually, I have to stand kind of like in the middle, so they still have light. I'm going to hold my position here, and if it comes close, I'm going to attack.
Okay. Hrothgar.
I was going to follow everyone else's lead, but, I don't know what we're doing with this. Let's see.
The hero party is like, what the hell is this thing? And hesitating and not knowing exactly what to do with a giant gelatinous cube.
I'm looking at my stats to see what they would dictate I would do in this case. I'll charge up an attacker.
All right. Click on yourself,
Okay.
run on up there, and have at it.
This is probably a poor decision, but
It's
look
your
at my
poor
stats.
decision.
Yeah, but I feel it would make sense.
On the plus side, it's a poor decision with courage.
Okay, let's see here. I think I've got a shield now, so I got to attack with one hand. I'm just double check. Yes, I got a shield now. Okay, so do a one-handed attack.
The gelatinous cube is filled with bones of people who had courage.
Exactly.
That's a hit with what would normally be 5 damage, which is probably reduced.
You hit it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, full damage. Okay.
Full damage goes through as you slice a diagonal chunk off of this cube as it slushes to the ground and just this gelatinous goo pours over, and it seemed to do significant damage to it.
So I'll sort of look back, so like, we can take it. Come.
And it goes to it.
It kills me.
And of course, it's going to attack the thing in its face that just did that.
Of course, the glorp.
Here comes the glorp. It's not a nat 20. Okay, so you suffer 2 damage. So I'll click on you, make you take your 2 damage. In addition, you must make a DC 15 con check.
I have a feeling you're going to want to make this one.
Yeah, me
I think I'm
too.
gonna want to make this one. I got a luck point if I need it. I've got decent con, so let's see. Oh, I did it!
As it
Tries to eat me.
you just start to feel very weak and like you're starting to get a little nauseous and almost like your body begins to freeze up and slow down. But you manage to fight it off. In addition to that, you need to make a DC 12 strength check.
Okay, but my grit would my grit apply to it?
So I'm looking. I would
Overcome
think it would.
opposing force. Okay, yeah.
It would.
Yeah, it's just like slipping free of rusty chain, so I'm trying to slip free to stop this thing from absorbing me. So that's with advantage, and that's... What DC did you say it was? 15?
12.
12.
I guess I didn't
okay.
need to tell you, but I don't mind telling you. All right. So, and now as you try to pull your blade back out, and you manage to do it because of your pure raw strength. But otherwise, back to the top. Kilvar, you're up.
Okay. Shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't get close enough.
You ran too far away.
You ran away!
There's 2 people. There's too many people there. Kilvar is going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Run up behind Rothgar, place his hand on his back, and attempt to heal him. And I'm gonna cast spell. Yep. Success.
You're so good at those.
Ooh. Keep those heels going. Ooh. Nice.
Sick.
I'm back up to full.
1, 2, 3,
Yep.
4, 5. All right, and now you use your full move, so I think you're done.
I'm done.
Luther, you're up. You're back there, kind of in... You were actually technically in the dark, because from Bandek's point of view, I cannot see you. But
That's right.
that's fine. Go ahead.
Well, now that I know there are people being human shields up here. 3, 5, 6 to get a line of sight. I don't want to shoot through people. I know it's a pain in the butt.
They're always lined up directly in front of you, yeah.
They try their best, but their best is only slightly good enough.
I just realized I don't know in this game whether you round up or down. I'm assuming most damages are up, so that there's always a minimum of 1, I would assume.
I'll take it.
I'm
Sold.
not gonna look it up right now, but we're gonna
There you
assume
go.
that's
For now, we'll say that.
1, 2, 3, 4. We'll take that as 4 damage as another arrow sinks in deep, kind of shoots out the other side, it sprays out a bunch of goo. Bandek, you're up.
I'm going to move up this time. 2, 3, 4. And I am going to attack it.
Okay. You guys are rolling good tonight.
Oh, nice!
And that's a long sword, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As a big slice. And as you can see, you're chopping away and shooting into this thing, and it's quickly dissolving down smaller and smaller, and it's...
I'm just gonna yell out, "To arms, Hrothgar! For glory!"
Okay. Gonna make another attack at it. Oh, nice!
Okay. How do you want to do this? There's only had 5 left, so...
Emboldened by Bandek's words, I tighten my grip on my sword, and I sort of study the gelatinous cube in front of me and try to find what its core, this sort of thickness, and I slice that nucleus within it to dissolve the entire thing as I slice it in half.
And as it sprays down to the ground, the statue and possibly random loot, which I'll roll for in a second, including a little bit of the skeletons and a bit of the debris that it picked up off the floor, scatters amongst the floor. I will point out, guys, you guys handle that like a boss, because
that was awesome.
Every time it hits, it has those 2 effects with DC 15 and 12 checks, and they're both very nasty. That's a level 5 creature that you guys just kicked its ass.
We're level 1.
Yeah, but the way this game works is a level 5 is designed to fight 5 level 1s, for example.
That makes sense.
So it was slightly in its favor, but it only gets 1 touch attack per round. But it's nasty.
Yeah, I know that could have gone a lot worse. I don't know how they are in this system, but I know the 5e gelatinous cubes, especially for level 1s, are they could potentially instantly kill you.
So I'm going to flip a coin, and on a 1, this thing had loot inside of it.
Oh.
I went ahead and randomly rolled the loot for the first 20 things that you would find on low-level mobs and the next 20 things you would find on high-level mobs. And I got them all in order, so I can just quickly drag them to your sheet. So, this was a level 5 creature with loot. And the first thing that it had is... You find that behind the statue, the big statue, of course, falls to the ground as well. And behind it, kind of out of your line of sight, I guess, or something that had picked up off the floor, was a suit of dwarven-made chainmail. And it's dwarf-sized, dwarven-made chainmail. And it's actually slightly better than regular chainmail. What it does is, once per day, you can reduce the damage taken from a single hit against you by 1d6.
So besides that, the AC and everything's the same. It's just that once per day?
Yes, correct. And I was deciding... I'm trying to decide if I want to make magic weapons and armor kind of change size based on... is that how it's done in D&D, or is it not? Or is it set?
In 5e, yeah, it resizes, so that, that way, no matter what your race is, size, you can still wear the magic items.
I think I'm going to do that, but this, though, is not magical. This is just straight up, that's what you get for having expert dwarven craftsmanship. So it's just a mechanical way to represent that armor is slightly better than your typical chainmail. So that drops to the ground, and only a dwarf could wear it. So
we have 2 dwarfs.
We have two dwarves. So it's up to you to decide who gets it.
Bandit, you can have it.
Are you sure, sir?
Yeah, you will be in combat melee more than I will.
And I shall graciously take it. I'll pick it up, and I will start putting it on.
And it feels good, I bet, to be a dwarf and put on a nice pair of dwarven crafted chainmail armor. All right, so with that...
It did, though. That went extremely well.
That went extremely well. I rushed forward knowing, okay, I was just looking at some stuff on my character, what would this guy do? It's Yeah, he'd rush forward. He knows it can be damaged, and it might lead to his death, but yeah.
All right.
You see, my job was Kilvar hasn't, I don't think, attacked anything at all yet, so he's going to move him back to the group.
You're just the heal bot so far.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, so I'm pausing it. Now, so yes, you notice a lot of the room is clean because this thing sucked everything up as it went around. Save for the big alabaster statue that fell on the ground and kind of cracked. Now by falling, it kind of took a few chunks out of it, and you notice a tunnel to the south as well.
The statue. Anything of note with the statue?
Oh, yeah, all right. So, yeah, if you want to take your turn to search it specifically, you can roll intelligence for me. That can be your action.
Oh my god. Oh, 16.
Oh, good.
Okay. Kilvar, you bend down, you start looking at the cracked statue. Carved on the base of it, you notice the words Rosemary Bittermold. It appears that the statue was created in her image. But when she was human, well, more human, less deformed and grotesque as most of these Bittermolds are. It was just of a beautiful woman named Rosemary Bittermold. You do, however, notice a hidden compartment in the statue.
There's something here. Start looking at it, trying to figure out how to open it.
The nameplate looks like, it, as you closely examine it, that it can slide across. And in doing so, you slide it across, and you notice inside a golden hummingbird charm necklace. And you all gain 1 XP.
Oh, sweet.
No, everybody should have currently right now, I think, 7 XP, right? Is that sound right? Yeah.
With this, yeah, because I had 6 on my sheet now, but okay.
All right, so what you find is known as the Flutter Step Medallion. Once per day, it grants advantage on a dexterity check.
Oh. I'm going to hand that off to a ranger.
Thank you. I'll take that.
And of course, remember, all the loot, you get to use it for now, but when you get back, it all gets randomly rolled for, and somebody else could get it. But for the time being, someone needs to wear it.
Oh, yeah.
I'll wear it.
I just noticed, by giving you that put you over your encumbrance, Luther.
I take 1 arrow and I shoot it at the wall.
You are no longer encumbered.
But with the name being revealed, I do remember, because it just happened in the previous room, I did find that note that mentioned the doors behind my statue are B. Now, I know you mentioned there's a tunnel here to the south. Does it appear that that's where the statue originally was, or where the statue was, where the Gelatinous Cube is? Can we see if there's any hidden passage in this room?
I was going to ask if we could find a location to where the statue was as well.
Yeah. Like, is there like a base that we could sort of determine?
Most of everything was sucked up, but I'll give it to you. I'll say that you noticed that it was originally supposed to be over here.
Okay. I would like to search, or I'm sharing this information that I believe there might be a hidden passage somewhere over there. So whoever wants to check can.
I'll investigate.
Because all of you will get an action, so you can pick what you want to do. Remember, search the area. But if you specifically say this area right here, then the DC is lowered. Or you can just do a sweeping. I'm going to 30
search the area. I'm investigating the area behind where I think the statue originated.
Right here.
Before the
you
picked it up.
No problem. So you can give me an intelligence check there. You search the area, you just see that, like, the scraping in the floor. This was definitely the spot where this statue originally resided, as if to show off for anyone who walked in this room. This is the first thing that they would see coming from the west. However, you see nothing of note around here. No secret doors or compartments or anything like that.
I see nothing. Perhaps RB meant a different statue.
Perhaps. We should keep that in mind.
And Rothgar and Bandek, you both have actions left, and then you guys could all take a move after they're done their action, I guess. Or you can move and do an action or whatever.
I'm gonna So I feel like the room is has been sufficiently searched.
Yeah, there's nothing else of note in this room, like along the walls, is there?
Nobody's done a search of the room yet. Like, they literally took the search area action. Like, he just searched the east side of this. Like, these basically 3 squares here. He searched around.
Okay, well, I'll take the search room action then.
Okay, so roll an intellect for me. Actually, no, it's wisdom, isn't it? It's wisdom, yeah. It's supposed to be wisdom.
Yeah. It's
but either way, with a roll of 4,
the wisdom roll wasn't any better.
yeah. So with that, though, you size it up, and this place is so cleaned because everything got sucked into the cube that it looks good. You don't see any traps. Everything looks as should be. You do notice with that, though, down south, because you had the light source on that, that is a cave-in. An impassable cave-in. No amount of your effort do you think will actually get through that cave-in.
Okay, but we did notice a door in the previous chamber that we sort of passed when we sort of saw the statue in here, so we have a way moving forward.
I'll look down a bit and just say, it appears that this path is caved in. We will have to double back and find another route.
Very well. Just to sort of take my action before we move as a party, I'm also going to give the room a quick once over, just because there's not really much else to interact with. Sure. Before we sort of do that, just a normal wisdom check, just see if I notice anything. A 13.
Light a torch as well.
Yep, go ahead and light it up. You notice nothing out of place other than what was already discovered.
Okay, so just sort of nod, and we can just sort of start moving as a group again.
So everybody can basically move 6 squares for now, and then we're going to. It goes to me.
I'm not leading the way, of course. I'm just moving.
Yeah, I think Bandek was leading the way, and I was behind him. Then you were behind me, and then.
Yeah.
So after you all go your 6 squares, we'll start at top of round 2 here, and you can. We don't have to go in order, of course. You. Bandek was taking lead because he had a torch. So I believe last time he was the one taking point. So I'll just move him up here for free, and we'll start this round. So, all right, I will point out, other than the churning mass of masonry on this wall that you guys are ignoring, and that's totally fine, there is a door to the south. So the door to the south looks like a big iron door.
Did we? I don't think we inspected the door to see if it was like locked or trapped or anything. I don't have it in my notes anyway.
No, you have not. No.
Yeah, let's take a look at the doors to see if it's trapped, locked, etc.
If you would like some help investigating the door, I can assist you with that.
Or you could just do your own roll as well.
You can just do it. Trust me, I'm not the good investigator. I'm just doing it because I know we have some other players AFK.
So yeah, we'll basically say you both make your way up here. And you're just sizing up that door, so you can both give me intellect.
Just gonna search the door for traps.
Yep, and so is the fighter.
Seems fine.
Yep, I concur.
All right. From what you can gather, that door seems just like a normal door. You do not see anything that looks like it will trigger it. Yeah, just because I don't want to keep making you guys rolling in secret. I'm okay with you rolling in the open, because I know you'll all role play it out. So, if you're a type of player that wouldn't do that, then I would start making you roll in secret. But it's just a waste of time.
Don't worry.
Kilvar, because both of them investigated the door for traps, and they did not find any traps.
We're confident there's no traps.
I'm just gonna move up here.
And Kilvar just moved in the room. Is there anything in particular you want to do?
I will open the door.
Okay. So as you start to step over here and you're getting ready to reach for the handle, all of you in your head, you hear a very distorted voice in your mind say, "Feed me." And you freeze up as your hand was about to touch the doorknob.
Was it?
All I heard you say was me.
Me too.
Yeah, I heard
whenever I use
something else.
Whenever I use a voice, it never comes through Discord. I don't know why.
Yeah,
so
I heard
it's
me, and that's
all
it.
right.
Silence.
So you hear a weird, distorted voice that says, "Feed me."
Oh, I assumed it was gonna be help me.
Yeah, that changes things.
Oh, there we go. We're dealing with Audrey too.
Hey, is there like a spot on the door for feeding it? Is that the door that's talking to us?
Yeah, when I hear that, I'm going to take a step back.
You step back there.
Oh, my. That's not.
As you but as
Shit.
you step back, you're about 1 foot from your back. You feel a splatter against your back as that burbling and churning wall that I pointed out 6 times now.
You did point out that we were going to ignore.
You felt something hit your back, so you're startled a second time, and you turn and look. And what you see here now at point blank range, the wall, it seems to be the stone is roiling between mud and being solid, and then it's bubbling and bursting. And as it bursts, then that burst is almost like it rewinds time and gets sucked back in. And the stone is like decaying, but then being forged at the same time. And what you felt was an explosion of like the bubble of masonry against your back. So no damage, but it's startled.
Oh, shit. Look for there.
I wish you would have took another step.
I can't tell. I think the hardest part of this darkness rules setup for me is that I can't tell where walls are and our darkness is sometimes because it all looks the same.
I actually love that moment though because you were caught so off guard by the voice that you instinctually took a step back, forgetting like the bubbling wall behind you.
Yeah. It would have been funny. Like you could see if somebody would have like stumbled into it or something. But I'd say I won't make that happen. But maybe it's a good thing. But either way, Bandek,
Maybe.
you are you going to try the door?
Yep. All
right.
Open the door.
It's locked.
An iron door. Do we have an iron key?
I would say I take the iron key out, hand it to Bendick, and say, "Give this a shot."
I go to put the key inside the lock.
It does not fit.
Yeah, I'll hold on to the key.
Okay. You have it, and I'll delete it off this character here. Okay.
So I want to look over the door to see if there's a. Kilver is assuming the door talked to him and told him to feed it. So I'm looking for like a chalice type thing or like something,
Nothing. It just looks like a normal iron door with a lock on it, with a like a lock hole where you got to put a key into it.
Okay.
Okay, this is probably going to do nothing, but I feel like Rothgar is going to try and use his strength to knock in the door. I cannot see this working, but it's something he would definitely try. I'm going to try and do a strength check against it if that's okay, and I think my grit would apply in this case.
Sure, I'm just going to go around.
Why don't we grab that statue and use it as a battering ram?
Oh, I like how you think.
Okay. Well, narratively, what I'll do is I'm not going to move everybody's tokens. If you want to do that, I'll say you guys wait while 2 of you rush in, get that, and bring it back, and you get back in position. But with that, I'm going to say that took a round.
So you can do your little...
So with the bottom of 3 here, I'm going to test for a random encounter. There is not. So you made it back out here, and you have a big statue to use as a battering ram. So who's holding the statue, and who's doing this? Describe what you're doing.
So I know I'm doing this. I'm going to try and use this statue, as Luther suggested, as a battering ram to force against this door to see if I can throw it open.
Okay. All right. Doing so, I will lower the DC because of your creativity. So you can roll, and of course you're a fighter, so with grit, you can roll with advantage.
Noise.
Ooh, 21.
Yep. It's gonna give and it's gonna break. So
Oh, I did not think that was going to work.
as you rush forward, holding this big statue, and it rams into the door, you just hear buckles and snaps. You hear the incredibly loud echo go through this entire keep dungeon floor here. That's the loudest thing you've heard since you've been down here. Hitting a statue and bending and busting in a large metal door, so like that. So, But the door basically buckles all the way in and opens.
Nice.
And we'll go back to the top where you can
Sure,
all...
the statue got destroyed in the process.
Yeah, you totally smashed the head of it off. And, yeah. Right. So give me a sec here. Okay. Sorry, I'm just...
Okay, don't worry.
All right. So I'll unpause it. Now, pick up where you guys want. Who's taking lead? Or we got Bandek leading still?
Yeah, I think we'll still do the same traveling order if we want. So that was Bandek, Rothgar, Kilvar, Luther.
Yeah, I'm going to go down the hallway.
Carefully avoiding the splashing wall. I'm just going to go down this.
So you can all get into position behind Bandek there for now as I describe what you see. Bandek, as you come down, you look to the far right over here. You notice that over this way, of course your right, our left, I guess, looking at the monitor, but that room tends to open up a little, but you can't make out much detail from here, I would say. Well, you can a bit, yeah, based on your sight. So I will point out that you can see dimly lit alcove. You see a rusty cell come into view, and its iron bars are menacingly twisted, and the cell door is left open as if beckoning you to explore its forbidden interior. You'd have to get closer in the room to make out more. And the other direction, it seems stairs heading up before hitting the end of the hall.
What if I keep going straight?
Yeah, because we
1,
see
2, 3.
something.
Yeah, you only used 4 pieces of movement so far, so you got 2
No,
more
I mean
blocks.
I could see the irritated
The guy.
Oh, that, I didn't describe that room, I'm sorry. Yes, so down south, because the cell that you seen was over here.
Yeah.
Right, in that alcove. What you see down here is, in the dim and oppressive chamber, you see a rusty cell within an alcove. Its barred iron doors sealed tightly, and along the floor, long dried bloodstains form a sinister trail that leads down towards that direction and towards the cells. And inside of that, you see a very irritated howler locked up inside of said cell. Okay. All right. And you can just see he looks like he's irritated, and he's grabbing the bars and he's shaking them, and he's just looking at you furiously in anger.
I'll turn back and look at the group and say, "This seems to be some sort of cage or a cell this way, but look ahead. The little ones are caged." And I'll stop here and see what people want to do.
So
He may have information.
yeah, Rothgar will just sort of stay silent here. Like, he has no strong opinions about, like, the Howlers.
I'm gonna proceed forward into this room.
Okay, just...
Yeah, I still can't see much in the room, so I'm going to wait until I get down here.
Okay, give me 1 sec. Pause right there. I decided to do a private roll. That's what I was doing. All right. As you step down here, as soon as you step down, 2 reactions from these 2 right here. Who were hidden away, just up tight against their backs to the walls, and as soon as you step around, this deceitful Bittermold will launch a short sword attack against you for 1 damage. Bandek chinks off of you. Don't think you want to waste your dwarven once per day on that. And the other one flings a sling at you. A 13 does not hit. After the first one, you just instinctively put your shield up, and you hear a stone just reflect off of your shield. And with that, we are going to get some initiative on the go. Give me a quick sec. And let's see what's happening here.
Oh, they rolled low.
Everybody. The highest initiative is a
Oh,
10.
wow. We all rolled low. I rolled okay, and so did you.
That feels pretty on par with regular initiatives.
Okay, so the first one to go with a roll of a 17 that you did not know was there. And on a 1, it attacks Bandek, and on a 2, it attacks Hrothgar. Bandek.
Bring it.
Short sword attack.
It's deflected off with my shield.
Yes, you parry that one with ease. Next up is another one that you... Let me see here. Kilvar.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
even with advantage. That is not enough to beat your AC.
Which side did it come from? Forward?
This
What side?
from this direction,
Oh.
there was a rock goes whizzes right by your head and kind of tinks off your shoulder pad and just deflects down the hallway. Bandek, you're up.
I am going to step over this way. Use the longsword. I was misremembered.
Yep. And now that you stepped in the room, you notice, of course, there's a second cage down south with an enraged howler in that one as well. But go ahead.
Big 1 damage.
Big
Damage is damage.
big damage. It's you, Hrothgar. You're up.
I'll move up. I'll get a better way. Yeah, so I'm going to make an attack at him, just one-handed, with my bastard sword.
Yeah, these are hunched, pale humanoids with lank hair.
Yeah, I did the one-handed, so I only did 2 damage. If 14 hits.
And that's against Satisfied to your right there?
No, that's deceitful.
Oh, Deceitful, the one that's already wounded. All right.
Yeah, but
2 damage
Only
as
2.
you chop across him. He seems pretty heavily damaged at this point. And he,
Okay, I'm
he
going
shears
to-
and... you know, this one is a male one. He just lets out a grunt in pain. All right, next up is the Deceitful one, and he says, who the hell are you? Get out of our keep, you bastards! And he's gonna... I'm gonna roll to see who he attacks. You both hit him. So
no, I'm no longer in melee with him. I did move over, but
Yeah.
I don't know if that matters if he's got a sling or something.
No, you can still move and attack. So,
true, yeah.
1, he'll attack the fighter. 2 will be Bandek. Okay, so he's basically just stepping down here, and now he can see up north that there's 2 more. He didn't even know they were there, really. But, yeah, and he's coming after you, Hrothgar.
Okay. Bring it.
As you just chopped into him. Nice 15
That hits.
Hits for a good solid 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. As he's screaming for you to get out of his keep with a look of madness in his eye. Kilvar, you're up.
I'm going to call out that we have one on our flank. And then I'm going to step down 2. And then I'm going to heal Hrothgar.
Oh. So you gotta choose now. Oh, you're supposed to. And whenever you guys roll a critical, just hold off rolling because you have to make a decision on how you're going to handle the critical.
Yep.
So, yeah, because before you roll, you would need to pick whether you're going to try to heal 2 targets or double the healing against 1 target.
I figured you might say that. That's why I only rolled 1 dice. If I got picked twice, I was going to heal both.
Yeah, because you don't want to roll first to see if you rolled low and then choose that you're going to roll twice on the same guy.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, hey, it's fine. I just want to let you know for future reference. So, who's the 5 going to? Hrothgar, obviously.
The first heal was aimed at Nick. The Hrothgar.
I'm back up to full health.
And so, with the crit, you can pick another target.
That'll be Bennick for 3.
This healer, boys. What am I going to do with
I
this?
know. The best healer.
Literally, Kilvar comes down, leans in. We got one on the flank, puts a hand on each of your shoulders, and you're back to full health again.
I love it.
Oh, Kilvar. Luther. Oh, you still got movement if you want to, Kilvar. Otherwise, Luther, you're up.
No. I'm gonna stay here.
Okay. I'm gonna put the torch there.
He's the good healer. I'm the healer at home.
All right. And I can see one from where I am, so I don't need to move. I'm going to take a shot at the deceitful bitter mole with my longbow.
Tis a hit, but for only 2 damage. 1, 2.
That's all we need.
It is enough. How do you kill him, Luther?
Oh, just right between the eyes.
As he was screaming at Hrothgar, and then he turns to notice Kilvar come up to his back, and he tries to turn to see, and as soon as he does, an arrow goes over the top of the dwarf, straight through the eyes, and he stumbles back into the cage and just falls to the ground. The envious Bittermold, with the sling, will now roll to see who he targets. From left to right, one being starting with the fighter. So that's Hrothgar. There's a sling coming your way. 14 against you.
That's just enough.
Yeah.
Doesn't match my AC, right?
Yes, just like the.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I thought.
All right, and he just says, "I'll feed you to it. I'll feed you to it." And he puts a big, heavy rock in here and whips it, and it just cracks you in the side of the head. Blood trickles down into your ear. The satisfied one that is kind of pinned in this corner. A 1 is Hrothgar. A 2 is Kilvar. So Kilvar is being attacked with a short sword.
No.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No.
With that, he just looks furious, and he just... And you look at the side of Kilvar's head, just a spray of blood and hair goes up into the air. And
now we know why he's satisfied.
And he is satisfied that he
holy shit
drops Kilvar.
Oh man.
Wow.
At the moment when I rolled and it rolled 2 d6s before my d20 stopped, I knew it was a crit.
I know, it was all like, oh shit, it was high rolls.
Okay.
Wow.
Attacking the ranger. He was heading up this way. You're the first one he sees.
I got disengage reaction. I want to use it.
All right. So you can go in a straight line, and you can't go through him, so you'd have to go straight back.
I got a bigger check. I'm just reading the ability. As a reaction, when he comes close to you, I can do a DC 12 Dex check to move yourself in a straight line within near distance of 30 feet. Okay. Well, I'm going straight back 30 feet.
DC 12.
Oh, well, if I can. I gotta make the Dex check here.
And that medallion he has, is that a one-time use, or does that
Once a
apply
day.
like advanced? Oh, okay.
We'll see if I actually...
You need it.
I'm gonna read the medallion real quick. Advantage on the Dex check. Yeah, I'm gonna use that right now. Dex check with advantage. DC 12. Shit. So it didn't work. I did not move.
So you have luck, if you'd like to.
Oh,
use
yeah.
it. Cross off your
Would
luck.
luck allow me to re-roll with advantage?
I don't know.
Yeah, so is it like an extra die, or would he do the entire roll with the 2 dice?
Well, it could be nice for now. I'll ask around on the forums later. For now, you can roll your 2d6 again, since you burned your thing. So, yeah. Go for it. I'll be nice. All right.
Oh, not 20.
Oh, yeah. Well, so you can go straight back up to 30 feet. Oh, if you go that far, you're into the wall.
Oh. Okay. Take your back. I know where the wall is. I just can't see past that far in the dark.
That would be hilarious. You panic and you go into the time flux wall. Oh, man. Where all the time of the wall, I remember the masonry is like rewinding time and coming back. And who knows what happens if you go in there.
Only good things.
Yeah, only good things, I'm sure. All right, so you disengage. Now, he doesn't lose his action because you just react to that when he comes within near of you, right? So he moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But he's only got one more square. He starts to chase you. So that's his first thing. And his second one would be to continue to chase. But he won't get an action. Because he had to dash to do so.
Bandek's light just expired.
Bandek, you are up. But you still got a little bit of light from that torch that was dropped in the hallway. So you can see a little, you just can't see any... I guess technically from your point of view, you can see that one guy here, can you?
Yeah.
You can see the edge of him.
At the moment.
Yeah, he can see like Kilvar, which I think.
I don't think that's his concern, though. Like you said.
No. I am going to bend down and cast Cure Wounds on Kilvar.
That's a good call. Oh my! Do you want to double the heal or heal 2 targets?
Yes.
I am going to heal. I'm gonna double the heal. I gotta get him up and healthy.
Yeah,
All right.
I think that's the best thing. Double the heal.
All right,
That's
roll
2d6.
2d6.
Oh,
I'm the
I think you
healer at
doubled it.
home, baby.
It's a 3 as you bend down.
I'll reach down and cast Cure Wounds and say, "The light isn't done with you yet, brother. Get up to arms."
And for once, it's Kilvar opening his eyes to stare into Bandex. It's usually the other way around. Well done. Do you want to move anywhere?
You gotta take step action here.
All right. And Hrothgar, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to attack the Satisfied Bitter Mold. Now, I know I can see a bit of him in the token, but will he get the bonuses of being in darkness? I'm not...
Based on the fact that his health bar shows up for you, right?
Yes.
So,
Because I can see some of his token.
So you can see him. That's fine.
Okay, so I'm going to make an attack at him. With some rage. Okay, let's do this. 10. I do not believe that hits.
10 is not enough. Do you wish to move anywhere before we move on to Kilvar?
I'm gonna stay here. Yeah.
All right, Kilvar, you're up. You're prone. Half your movement to get up.
okay. First, he looks up. He gives Bandit a nod. Trying to scurries to his feet. Picks up his mace and stuff as he gets up. And I'm gonna heal myself.
And now you look to the north, and you know
Yeah.
you
I've
see
seen that,
you, poor Luther is being chased down by a remorseful bitter mole. But otherwise,
1,
yes,
2,
try and heal
3,
yourself.
4, 5, 6.
Of course, you can heal yourself.
I'm gonna.
You only get 3 blocks of movement.
Oh, I'm the torch. No, that's fine. He's 7 spaces away, so I want to move 1 in case I have to try to get to him.
Sure.
And I'm going to try to use Cure Wounds on myself.
Go for it. Oh, no!
No, you got luck.
I'm using my luck.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah,
I got it.
you click the X here.
Okay. Whew. I was panicked for a moment. I was healed by like another cleric, and I figured I got it.
Your heels are dirty.
Kilvar gets up. Oh, this is an adorable job you did. I'm just gonna do a little something else. Like,
But, you know,
I don't want to diminish your contribution. I'm just gonna like spruce myself up a little bit more.
yep.
All right, Luther, you're up. And
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
he's
There goes
dashing.
first there. I'm dashing. Yes, sorry.
Yep, he takes off.
We gotta bring away into the night.
I don't see Luther. He's just somewhere in the dark.
Okay, I'm gonna roll. On a 1, it's Bandek, and on a 2, it's Hrothgar.
Yeah.
1 is Bandek. All right, Bandek. Advantage attack against you is a hit for 3 damage. As to your right, in the darkness, a stone from. You knew there was one over there because you seen it when you had a light
Yeah.
source, but since the torch went out, a rock cracks you between the eyes. Satisfied.
Man.
This guy here, the one who landed a crit last turn. Let's see who he attacks. 1 is Rothgar, 2 is Bandek, 3 is Kilvar.
Attack me.
Bandek. Poor Bandek.
Oh,
Very
the
good.
Bandit he's got his dwarven armor if he needs it.
Not even close.
Nope.
Not even close. Remorseful. Where did you go, you bastard? Tomb raiding, grave robbing bastard. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. He's just going to attack this dwarf. But then he looks to the right and sees you, Luther. But he's going to attack this dwarf because he wouldn't be able to make it to you anyways. Normal attack up against Kilvar. Parried. Bandek, you're up. That was close, but you're alive.
I am going to use my action to light a torch.
Nice. And you got movement if you'd like to move anywhere.
That is a weird spot of light that I was able to see on my map.
I
That is
am
odd.
going
I'm so
to
interested.
stay right where I am too.
Yeah, I'm looking at from your point of view.
I gotta move here actually. Fuck them.
Oh,
It makes sense actually though, because from your line of sight with the wall to your south, but that light is coming from the tunnel from the guys to the right. So yeah, that's why you could see it. It would be like seeing a spot of light off in the darkness.
I know. Wild.
Yeah. All right, Rothgar, you're up. Things are
Yeah,
getting
I'm
intense
going to-
here as bodies are hitting
I
the
know.
floor.
I'm attacking the satisfied bitter mold. Gonna take a swing.
Tis a miss.
I rolled like max damage too, but nope, that is a miss.
Kilvar.
Gilvar is going to try to heal Bandek. 40.
Jeez. This guy over here, this guy. Big sakes.
And I'm like trying to position my shield. You know, I know I can't be defensive, but I'm just trying to, RP wise, defend myself.
For sure. Luther, you're up.
All right. Now that he's distracted with another person, I'm gonna take some shots with my bow.
All right.
We're
Well,
way better than our last ranger.
all right. Only 1 damage because of the rubbery skin, but it's still damage.
I'm gonna just take one step back to see where that light's coming from, and gonna try to duck around into the dark just a bit. Take my chances there, like that.
For sure. Okay. Envious Bittermole, the one with the sling. And a 1 is Rothgar. 2 is Bandek. That's Rothgar. Coming for you.
Bring it.
Sling. He's not in the dark anymore, so it's not advantage. And with that, you ease. Well, with a roll of 4, he just misses you completely.
Yeah.
Satisfied is up. He got 3 targets. 1 is Roth, 2 Ban, 3 kill.
No.
That's Roth.
Bring it. This guy again!
It's the same guy. He's so satisfied.
I
He's
rolled the
so
same damage!
he's satisfied with his.
Well,
You
I'm
guys,
down!
you guys look, and he has some torn clothing on him of his former noble heritage, and he was clearly the that one noble in the family who was like the master swordsman.
Jesus. Well, I'm down.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that'll drop you. And with
Yep.
that, a big grin goes over, and he says, "Brothers, we have this. They're ours." And a remorseful one is going to attack Kilvar with a short sword. 15 is a hit
Oof.
for 6.
No.
Max.
No.
Oh, it's okay.
One,
That's
two,
okay.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, I wasn't sure how much HP you had.
I wasn't sure for a moment either.
I was thinking, does he have 6 or 7? I wasn't keeping track.
Oh, it's getting
Can't
tense.
see your trackers. I don't know what's happening.
Okay.
He's off in the dark.
Yeah.
You're hearing grunts of dwarves and the big R and a clatter of somebody hit the floor.
Yeah.
Bandek, you're up.
I will look at the satisfied bitter mold and say, "The only thing you have is the sight of the light prevailing," and I will cast Cure Wounds again.
On Kilvar or Rothgar?
I go next, if that makes sense.
I was going for Rothgar.
Okay. All right. How much do you heal?
Big 6.
Very
Ooh,
nice.
I'll take it.
With the clutch
There you go.
bomb heal from Bandek. Very nice. And you can move if you'd like. Otherwise, Rothgar,
Nope,
you're up.
I'm trying to. Can I? I don't know if I can do this. Can I kind of like forcefully shift spots with Kelvar?
No, that takes an action to
Okay.
move things. I will point out, Rothgar, right before your turn. I don't have them on the tracker, but I'm just going to throw them in roughly here, I guess. The howlers down below now, watching all this, they're shaking the cages, and they're like, "Let me out! We'll help you! We'll kill those bitter mold bastards!" And they're like shaking the cages violently here. So it's up to you if you want to do anything with that, but otherwise, your turn.
If I was a different character, maybe, but no. I'm going to try it. I have to kill this satisfied bitter mold now.
Okay.
I have to. Yeah, so like as I'm picking myself up, I'm going to like make a wide uppercut swing with my bastard sword, and let's see what happens.
Oh, I thought it was a 19 for a second there.
12 hits.
12 hits, 5 damage. I did one-handed.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, so like as I come up, like yeah, I completely just cleave it in two as I rise to my feet.
Whew. Okay.
I just like roar as I stand up and splatter bitter mold against the walls.
All right, Kelvar, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Yep, I am very low. What's this?
Ooh,
I was worried about that one.
that was I know. I was like, ugh.
Kilvar is good for one thing. It's that one stat.
That's good.
Are you moving
good.
before Luther goes?
I'm going to.
You're up, Luther. You can do what you want.
Gonna see if he's still there. He is. Take
Is
my
there a
shot.
bigger mold underneath this torch? by
On the
way?
torch? Yeah.
What-
Well, you can't. You should be able to see him.
Yeah, but there's a torch on top of it, so I don't know what was underneath it.
Oh.
I'm gonna move in.
Overwhelmed torch.
Wait. What? What did? No, I was gonna say. If you move that torch, I lose a lot of light.
No, I'm moving in.
Yeah. It's all good. What kind of shot did you do? You rolled a 14. Well, that's.
Yeah. This is longbow shot.
I should not have done that because I just tried to do it to help Johnny, but now I can't target my token. All right, here we go. All right, we round up. That'll be 2 damage. 1,
And
2.
back in the shadow.
As the arrow hits their rubbery skin. Yeah, but it's weakened them
It
again.
hits.
You're wearing them down. Envious is up. I'm going to do a morale test for them because they are technically at 50% now, right? Oh my. Well, with a critical failure on this guy's morale check because their numbers have reduced to 50%, he's just like, the tides have turned, bastards! And he's going to try to push past you, so I'm going to make it a DC 12 strength check for him to move through Bandak. Nat 20. Shoves you with ease. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's he gonna go? Yeah. 5, 6, 7. Nope. 6, 7. He's gone. Clearly, his morale broke as he just watched you gut his brother in the corner. That did him in. Remorseful. Now this guy will also have to make a check. DC 15 as he's low on health and left alone to fight all four of you. He breaks as well. You'll pay for that! I'll pay. He mumbles something as he just drifts off in the distance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, are you planning to pursue or do I drop combat?
In my turn, I'm going to heal Rothgar.
All right, do it up. Beautiful.
Nice.
So 5.
Full health.
Man, these dwarves are keeping the backbone of the team. Keeping her going. Rothgar, you're up.
Do we give chase?
They might alert others if we don't.
I'm going move then. Whoop. And I did see them go down, I believe, this way.
You did, but it'll be dark at the end of that hallway because you don't have a light source.
True. I think I can only get here anyway. And I don't have a light source. But can I make a check to see if I can get an idea which direction they went?
Well, you can clearly hear them. They hit the edge of this hall and then they went south.
Oh, they went south.
This turns and heads south at the end of this hall. So they turn and you can hear their footsteps running down south. Around that corner.
Yeah, I won't be able to see them if I go that way. These guys clearly have no trouble seeing in the dark, so I'll just stay here.
Yeah, there appears like their vision must have like mutated and changed over time to adapt to this dark setting.
Yeah, just enough context to sort of know that, because every time we encounter these guys, it's in pitch dark rooms, so they clearly don't have a problem with it.
Exactly. Kilvar, you're up.
Run here. I'm gonna take the torch.
Okay, so if you double click that, I'll let you do it if you want. Double click it.
Pick up light source. Oh, look at
And
that.
then click yourself.
Yeah, I got it.
And then finish your move.
I'm gonna. That's frozen going. I'm gonna say, Luther, catch up.
And you still got an action, because I won't make it an action to scoop down and pick up that.
Oh,
I usually that's to be a free thing to.
Are we abandoning the halflings?
Yeah.
To chase these guys in the dark.
You healed 3?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, back to full. And I will point out that as I switch to Luther, all of you do hear the howlers. They're literally howling for you in cheers as they see that you defeated them. They're like, "Yeah, you killed them! You killed the bastards! Yeah, let us out! Let us out!" And they're like violently and aggressively, like feral halfling that they are, shaking the cage. They don't look that trustworthy. They actually look pretty ferocious. But it's up to you what you want to do. Luther, you're up in the dark. Oh, now you're not anymore.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I see that you guys are heading this way, so I'm going to try and gauge. But I can't see anything past darkness because I don't have a torch, so I'm not going any further.
Okay.
But my action was to go a little further than my dash action, I guess.
Exactly. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We were doing every diagonal just counts as 1, right? We're just keeping it simple? I believe we were, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Just because I'm moving these guys. So I want to make sure I'm 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I do have to check something really quick. I'm going to roll something for them. I'm going to make this a private roll. Okay. All right. And you hear, I'm going to say that happens. You hear the echo of, like, it's pretty far off at this point because they're dashing, but you heard like a thud and then like, and a scatter across the floor as if one of them fell. Bandek, you're up. I'll keep the combat initiative going for now since you are pursuing. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to take a dash action.
Yep. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And you can see that it starts to head south there. Yeah, and you hit the stairs, then head down again. And you can see that it's about to open up into another area. But that's all you can see from your point of view. Moving on, Rothgar.
1, 2, 4, 5, 6, and what do I see if here? Just seems open up into another room.
Yes.
Okay.
I will point out that in both Bandek and Rothgar's head, it would be all of you actually. Once again, you hear, "Feed me." But go ahead, Rothgar.
Okay. Before I determine my next action, I'm going to quickly speak to Bandek. Say, like, these bitter molds know this place. It is their home terrain. Should we continue to pursue them? Or should we question the halflings we left back there?
Those feral things. But they even have information that we could use.
Perhaps not. Pursuit it is. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Into the dark you go.
Still got some light, but I can't see anything else in the room where I'm to.
Yeah,
I
just
could
this
easily
room.
be surrounded.
It feels like this area opened up quite a bit. It's like the echo, a little bit of echo that goes off the walls from your heavy chainmail feet pattern across the floor. Well, technically, I guess you don't have chainmail on your feet, but you know what I mean. Your heavy boots hitting the floor.
Metal against stone.
Damp winds that waft in from the east, carrying with them a clammy chill that adds to the eerie atmosphere. That is all you can make out with your limited light. It's basically you just feel the wind coming, a breeze of wind coming from the east. Kilvar, you're up.
I'm bolting 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6.
And with the light source lights up, you notice that this one is lying prone on the ground and breathing heavy.
And now we know why he is remorseful.
With that light, you can just see to the south right here. I don't know if you two can make it out. It seems to be the edge of some kind of strange pool. But at that tip of your light source, I'll say you got to get a little more light before I'll describe it. Luther, you're up.
3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, I just gotta move my screen a little bit. I don't see the guy that you were talking about, so I gotta keep going. 1, 2.
Eddie, as he runs by, can I hold the torch? Take back.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
Do you want to take the torch back?
Sure.
Okay. Well, I just realized picking up that torch put you over your encumbrance there, Kilvar.
Oh, I'll take a look at that now.
So just keep an eye on your encumbrance. I think all of you are almost at max right now, so you'd be picking up things.
Right now I'm at max, but I got some things I can drop. I kept some extra armors, but I can drop those whenever I need to. Oh.
All right, Steve, do you want to click on it and then click on the thing to the north, and you can assign it to yourself if you want.
Oh no, that's exactly what I would have done with it anyway. Is put it down there. But if I have to hold it until then, I can.
Yeah, so now that lights up the room a lot more, so I'll give you a bit of a description. At the heart of this cavernous and eerie chamber, a large starry pool shimmers and trembles on the stone floor. Its depths a mesmerizing shade of purple, sparkling with an otherworldly allure that dances like a reflection of distant galaxies. And there's the damp winds from the east that I already described. And there's also disfigured walls, roughed and marred, seem to ooze despair as globs of mortar periodically plop down in the sticky puddles on the ground, as if the very structure of this place is slowly deteriorating into a formless abyss. I guess from your point of view, you can also see another, can't you? Way down here.
Barely
Yeah.
can see the tip of it.
Yeah, we see a little health bar.
And that's it for your turn?
Oh yeah, that was a dash because I had to
All right.
get to that spot.
So, we are now at that envious one who is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This one loses half its movement to get up again, breathing heavy. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to say it slows down quite a bit. And yeah, just runs off to the right here into the darkness. Bandek, you're up.
I am going to come down.
Now you notice as well with this light source over here to the far west, looks like there's a set of stairs heading down.
I'll sort of point out the direction where the guys went to. It's the other end of the room.
Is this one over here?
No,
No,
they
the
ran
other
this
way. Like, yeah.
Okay.
See those stairs there? That's where they went.
One.
You guys are just full on bolting through this place, trying to catch up.
As far as I can get, I believe.
It's going to be tough because we already had the head start and they get double moves as well, right? Rothgar, you're up.
I don't have a light source, so I can move up, but I won't be able to see anything.
Yeah, I'll let you drop a torch to the ground. If you want to drag a torch,
Okay.
just drop it to a square adjacent to you, and then you can pick up
Okay,
the
yeah,
other one.
I'll do that. So I'll sort of drop that there. Okay, so that one is not lit right now.
Right. There's
Okay.
two ways to do it, but that...
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see one.
And you can see that it's turning into caverns now. You're leaving the keep. If you notice, the ground changes, you're heading into a caved area. And that's that. And you can see that's a big bit of flowing water over there.
So I could dash, but I have to like push past him, and I don't know what's on the other side. You know what? I'll do that. Sorry, where it's a bit narrow, it's not letting me sort of move where I need to go. So it's gonna be
One.
This is
I just
one.
dragged
Oh,
you one.
okay. Okay, I can't see anything. I'm like in pitch darkness right
I must
now.
have dragged you into a wall. Okay, so that would
That's why
that's
it's a bit
2.
narrow. Oh, this is so weird.
Do you have a light source on you?
Your torch
have
just
the lights.
expired.
Oh, it
It
expired.
just expired. Are you kidding me?
I was wondering why it was dark. I'm like, there's no reason.
I was thinking, what just happened? Oh, jeez.
And since you're
That
mid
changes
dash,
entirely. Okay.
no, but that's as far as you get. Then you bang into
Oh,
him. Oh, you can still try to
geez.
move past them in the dark, though, if you'd like.
I would use my other action to light a new torch, but I can't. Okay.
No, because that only happened
nope.
halfway through your dashing with the torch.
Yeah, no. I get it. Okay, I'll attempt to push past him.
So
But it
you-
makes no. Yeah, I'll attempt to push past.
You have
him.
advantage. And also,
But
keep
now
in
do
mind,
I want to? Because then I'm going to be stuck in the absolute dark.
well, you don't have to. You don't have to. It's up to you. But
Do
I
you
will
know what?
point
No.
out that
I'm going to stay in the light source. I'm going to move back to where I was as my light goes out.
because you're running down this tight cavern, and as you can imagine, running with a torch full tilt, especially when it's about to expire, and it gives
Yeah.
out, right? Because you're running with the wind, and it flicks out because you're bolting, and you're like, turn and go back.
So I come back. So that's my turn.
Kilvar, you're up.
Okay, before I move, I want to ask you my encumbrance. Are stuff like pearls and candles meant to take up a full space?
5 do.
Okay,
So yeah, like
5 pearls, 3 candles take up a space.
the
Okay.
rules as written, each individual pearl was supposed to take a spot.
Oh
But
wow.
That's why I'm changing it, so I'm letting certain things that I think would be small and stacked. I'm actually giving you guys more leniency with encumbrance than the actual game has.
And this optimistic torch here, that's expired, right?
No, that's just
not lit.
It's an
That's an unlit torch that I dropped,
Oh.
which I exchanged for one which sputtered out 5 seconds after I took it.
So that was 2, 3, 4. Why I'm running up the Shadowdark?
I think your chase is not going that well so far.
No, well, yeah.
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna get your.
I love the light mechanics. You're just like running and torches are going out. You're like shit, banging into walls.
And that's it for me.
All right, Luther, you're up.
Scoop this up. And making my way here. Oh, no. When I scooped it, I lost my square.
You guys are streaking through the dungeon.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here, I guess I can move. I'm gonna light that torch. That's my action. That you. Boom! Oh shit! He's right there. So, yeah, I can't do anything because that was my action. But
Yeah, well, actually, we got to go to the other guy who is like a mile away at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, jeez. Okay. Now, this one, who's breathing heavy. 1, 2, jumps into this. And what you see here is before you, a burbling and murky river flows slowly, its water spilling forth into a foreboding dark tunnel. So basically, this is a slow-moving river that just goes into a dark tunnel, and he dives in there, and you can hear the splashing as he continues to head wherever off into this cave. And he had to swim. You clearly seen that he dove in and had to start swimming, and he started swimming south.
I believe this is where the chase ends.
And Bandek, you are up.
Can I just come back into this room and make a perception? Or like just not perception.
You want to search the area?
Yeah.
That's wisdom?
Abilities, wisdom. Roll. 17.
Alright, with a 17. I'll point out with a 17, you do see that in that purple, sparkly pool that looks like the cosmos, like it's a literal galaxy, is beginning to shift and move. There's something moving beneath it.
I'm going to call out to the rest of the team and say, it appears that this one is coming to join the fight.
I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what was it that you mentioned about joining the fight?
The pool down south of us is starting to move. Like there's something in it.
Should we retreat or move further? What is the plan?
All right, Luther, are you going to want me to just make all 4 of you fall back?
yeah, please put us back in the room with the.
All right, so all 4
where
of
they're
you
talking about.
group up into this large open cavern, and there's next to you, just kind of in between all 4 of you, drops to the ground a piece of melted stone, and it just hits the ground and kind of sizzles a little, and then this solidifies. And the pool in front of you begins to churn.
The melted stone that solidifies. Did it remind me of the wall that splashed on me?
Yes, except the wall seemed to go forward in time and back. It's like this one just seemed to plop down as if it was melted. And then it just stayed melted. Whereas that wall up there was kind of like doing the same kind of melting thing, but then it would unmelt and go back to being a solid brick again. bursting forth from...
Luther would, just before we do this, I would
Yeah.
never have stood next between the party and
I know
whatever he
you
was
wouldn't.
saying there is.
You definitely wouldn't. Move your token somewhere where you want there.
I'm paused, so I can't move.
Oh, here you go.
I would have definitely put myself up there.
All right. Bursting forth from this pool, starry-like pool, you see a colossal, purplish, primordial ooze hovers ominously. Its vast, undulating form reminiscent of a cosmic tempest, adorned with countless tentacles that stretch outward like a rolling mass of distant stars. Below this eldritch behemoth, a swirling whirlpool of viscous purple goo churns. Seems to be now pulling any unfortunate debris into its insatiable depths, as if serving as an abyssal maw to devour the remnants of the otherworldly entity. The eerie celestial glow emanating from the tentacles casts an uncanny luminescence upon the surrounding terrain. This massive creature just comes up, and you hear in all of your heads, more angry this time, "Feed me!"
I'm just going to say run. And couldn't.
Yeah, yeah, I concur. Let's run.
Yep, we will run.
Okay, so obviously you're all going to be bolting.
So we're
okay.
going to go back the way we came, or we're going to go to the passage?
I don't think
to
you
the,
have time to discuss it. Really.
Yeah.
I'm running back where I came. I'm at the closest
Yeah.
exit. I'm gone.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
I'm
That
going
makes
to, I want all of you to roll a d6 and don't get a 1.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
Wait.
wait.
Which one of these dice are mine?
Which one is mine? Which one is mine?
Both Rothgar
wait.
and Bandek
Rothgar
rolled
and-
ones.
No!
Okay.
I thought I rolled a 6 and then it's like, wait.
As
You should get a 1, right?
Yeah, we both got a 1.
You both immediately just see this horrific thing in front of you, and you turn to bolt. But even before you get a chance to bolt, it's almost like it's in your head, and it knows you're about to turn to bolt. And because of that, 2 things happen. And then I also have to randomly roll for all of you. So I'll base it in my bottom left corner. So no, we'll go from top to bottom. So it's 1 is Luther, 2 is Bandek, 3 Kilvar, 4 Rothgar. So D4 from top to bottom. 4, I said the last one was Rothgar. 4 Rothgar gets double whammy. All right, Rothgar. First off, now this was for the first roll. Roll, each of you roll a D4 for me, please. The 2 failed. That's Bandek and Rothgar need to roll a D4.
Oh, this is not good. 4.
Somebody rolled twice. Oh,
no,
Kilvar rolled.
wait.
Kilvar didn't need to roll. You didn't need to roll.
Okay,
John.
no, I got a 2. I got a 2, sorry.
All right, so Bandek rolled a 4, and Rothgar got a 2. Okay. Roll a d6 for me, just Rothgar, please.
what's happening with all these rolls?
We're gonna see.
That's the thing. We're going to determine. Okay, now roll. I'll just flip a coin. 1, 2, or 3 is left. 4, 5, or 6 is right. So remember that I rolled right. And I'm just going to roll on a d10 for level of severity. 10 would be super severe. 1 would be not too severe. You want low. Super severe. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Rothgar one shot by the Eldritch God.
Nope. Oh, this is bad. This is bad.
Yeah.
This is pretty
Not
bad.
one shot.
Okay. So, as you all turn to run, Bandek's thing is not quite noticeable. Rothgar's, however, you also failed the other thing. So the other thing that you needed to do for me was a DC 15 con check, please.
Okay.
This is just Rothgar. because you were the one randomly chosen.
I'm rolling so much.
Oh, you
I beat the con check! I beat the con check!
At least you got one good thing. Okay, you all turn to sprint and run immediately. And as soon as I'll say that you guys get like one like this far, Rothgar only goes that far and tumbles to the ground. And Rothgar, you just feel the most excruciating pain possible in your right leg. Horrific pain, the same as if it was slowly driven over by, I don't know, something heavy or crushed, but it's all internal. And whatever happened to your right leg, it's completely useless, and you're in incredible amount of pain. So you guys only used 2 parts of your movement. I'll let you. That's why I wanted to freeze you, because you'd look over your shoulder and see Rothgar fall. Now Rothgar, you'll be able to hobble and move at like half your speed. So do you want to continue to move?
Are you talking to us as a group?
Yeah, as a group.
Yeah.
You can all move as a group.
I didn't look over my shoulder.
I want to. I'm going to try to grab Rothgar.
So,
and,
I'm pausing for 1 second, sorry. So when Bandic failed his 1, 2, did he triple up 2? Was that just...
No. I didn't describe Bandic's don't all Bandic. All I'm gonna say with you is yours is so you feel some weird sensation in your left hand is all I'm gonna say. It's like your left hand, Bandic, tightens up, and it's just something going on there. But in this immediate instinct, you wouldn't know. That's why I'm just not. Okay. Yours is not nearly as severe as what happened. So, Luther starts sprinting up away. Bandic, you mentioned you're going to take a step down and try to assist Rothgar?
Yes.
All right, you help pick him up. And so 1, 2, 3. And yeah, with him, I'll let you go 4, 5, 6. And with him assisting, I'll let you go 1, 2, 3.
You can still move. I was finished my dash.
Oh, okay. You'll be able to get about that far with him assisting, you hobbling on his one leg, and you dragging him along. And yeah, Kilvar, what are you doing?
I move. I don't know. You said we've moved so much already, so I don't know how.
You what?
I don't know how far I can move.
Oh, you only had 2 before, so 3, 4. So far, you've moved 5 squares. So you got
so
that's
6.
6. Yeah.
Can we double move, or is that?
Yeah, you totally can. Yeah.
Yeah.
My leg is still in like massive pain during all this, I'm guessing.
Oh yes, excruciating. You haven't even had a chance to reflect on what it is. You're just like, this is equivalent of like, something horrific happened to your leg. It's like in the middle of being attacked by a wild animal. Like you don't have time to stop and think of what the hell's going on.
So visibly it looks fine, but it feels like it's just been crushed.
It's you don't know. Yeah, it's the best way I can describe it is like excruciating pain. No, just the simplest way to describe it is you don't know what, but your entire leg is numb, but yet like painful, and it's just like you're just in the most possible pain in your right leg that you can imagine.
But visually, it doesn't look like there's nothing tore into it.
Your leg, well, you're wearing heavy armor and stuff, so you wouldn't be able to see.
I can't see the leg itself.
No, not in this couple quick seconds.
No, that's fine.
And so with that, we'll spin. I'm going to spin, and we'll start a new round. I'll just start it from the top here now. We're out of combat, so you guys can all take another move. With the assistance, I'll let you guys move your full 6, you 2 that are there, because normally Rothgar, you get half movement, but that's fine. You guys can just move your whole 6 as you hobble along.
I'm readying an action. Once I get to the intersection, I'm going to aim my bow down the corridor where they're coming from. If anything other than the companions come around that corner, I'm going to loose an arrow.
Okay. And what are you in the hallway? You're gonna move?
I'm keeping dragging him with me.
Sure. So I'll say you can move 5 squares per turn instead of 6 when doing this. So just move 5, and then if you're dashing, you can move another 5.
Okay, so
It's going to slow you a bit, of course. You wouldn't have full speed. But you can move yourself there. I'll just drag you up here. Rothgar, and looks like he's dragging you in here.
yep.
Okay. All right. So I'll just spin everything around. Another round. Okay. You're out of combat though. You can narratively do what you want, and it doesn't have to be so much turn for turn. I'm just keeping track for random encounters. And as you rush back in here, this blood-stained prison-like room, the howlers now, they've sat back down in the corner, just looking fair on, look at you all as you all come in. And then you notice the howler to the left point towards Rothgar and says, it got him. It fed on him. He got too close. He got too close.
What is it?
Are you talking to the howler?
Yeah.
It is the whole reason we've been dragged here. Let us out and we'll talk about it.
I'm gonna look around for a key.
Well, you don't see any key, but there's a bunch of bodies around
Doesn't
you.
matter. I'm
There's
gonna
two
check the
bodies
bodies.
around you.
Yeah, check the bodies for a key.
All right. You do notice one of them has a key.
Okay, so I take the key, hold in my hand.
However, I also have to roll to see if there's any actual random loot on these guys. So on a 1, there's some random loot. Oh! Okay. I'm actually going to... I don't think they would have this on them, but it's technically a reward for a random loot. Because if they had this on them, they would have been friggin' using it. You know what? I'm going to say that as you investigate around the room, you're looking for a key, and you search through, and you're searching the body, and you find a key. You notice something unusual right here. Do you see there's a big crack in the floor?
Yeah.
You looks like something fell down in there and is wedged down in this crack in the floor. So this crack is probably a couple inches wide, probably 3 or 4 inches wide, and about 12 inches long. It's just a big crack. It's almost like it's sunken in, and you look down into that groove now that you have time, and you see something kind of shimmer and sparkle with a little bit of torchlight that you have. But before I continue on with you, I'm going to see what everybody else is doing. All right. What's everybody else doing?
I know. So I just want to say this, just in case this reflects what anyone else may do. I know as soon as we get here and we've retreated, like I am tearing the clothing off my leg to try and get at whatever is causing this pain.
For sure. I also remember I mentioned that I'm going to be, depending on the encounter that you defeat it, I will be handing out luck. So you guys technically defeat it, so they are level 1s, those bitter moles. So give me 1 sec. Yeah, they're just level 1s.
Cube was a 5.
There was the cube.
No, but you guys had all full luck at that time. That's why I didn't give you any.
Oh,
you
okay.
couldn't you couldn't use more than 1. So with that, you get defeating that encounter. You will get 2 luck. So is there anybody who don't have luck?
I don't.
I think most of us have used our luck.
I've still got my luck.
And
I still have mine.
Okay, so if there's only 2 of you without it, each Kilvar and Luthar can get a luck back, because I would randomly hand them out, but since you already got them, your luck comes back. Now, so you start pulling up your pant leg, and
I'm tearing the fabric off.
Tearing the
I'm
fabric
not
off.
pulling up my pant leg. I'm tearing the pant leg off.
Okay, and it appears like one of the bones in your shin, you feel that's where the pain has come from. It's almost like a big part of your shin bone has dissolved internally as your foot dangles there, as it like kind of dangles from below the knee. Your foot is still intact, all the bones in that, but the bones
but like the bone like has sort of melted inside.
yes.
The bones! It did something! One of you dwarves could do something about this?
I will try to cast the heal on it. I'm gonna cure wounds. See if that helps it.
Okay. And again, Vanek, you're noticing a tightening, weird, kind of now painful sensation in your left hand.
Oh no!
I am going to... Oh, well, you're doing that.
You have luck. Use your luck.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my luck.
Oh no!
I'm giving you my luck because you're trying to heal me.
Third time's the charm.
Oh.
Okay.
You reach out for the light, and you touch his leg, and it does not appear to be doing anything. It takes away all of the pain, Rothgar. I'll say that the pain of it is gone, but the bone is not there.
I'm going to attempt... I have one thing that I haven't tried to make yet. You know how successful I've been on this. But I'm going to try and make my restorative thing. I'm going to search my pockets for some stuff to make a restorative potion.
Okay, go for it.
DC 14. I haven't made one yet, but we'll see what happens.
I believe in you.
No. I have not used that ability yet, and now none of them are good until I have a long rest.
Okay, well, you are having no luck with your herbalism, that's for sure.
No, I am not a herbalist, despite the ability.
Okay, now that I'll say that took a round as you all did that. Top of 3.
I'm gonna get that thing from the ground.
Okay, you reach in. It's wedged in there, and it's down pretty deep. And your meaty dwarven fingers can barely fit down there, but you use a couple skinnier stones you find nearby to pry it up. And with great difficulty, you pry it up from this sunken hole. And you pull up...
Is it a shin bone?
Yeah, just shove it in there. Wait, we fought some skeletons earlier. They had some skin bones. Can we backtrack?
All right.
I'm half serious right now.
It's in the chat.
Oh my god.
I will point out that I randomly
What?
roll... When I sat down to randomly roll loot for levels 0 to 3 mobs, for random loot, the very first roll I rolled was a 100. I rolled double zeros on
Wow.
the very... Which is like the best thing you can get on the entire random table. So, what you see, you pull out, it's wedged down there, and you pull it up. What kind of... It's a long sword. So as you pull it up and your handle, as soon as you grasp the handle, then it lights up. Now I know in the picture it's blue, but it's kind of like meant to be more of like holy energy. Okay. Which is, we'll just say it's a mix between blue and crackling blue and just white light. And yeah, you pull it up and it is one of the finest looking longswords you've ever seen. Clearly magical. It is known as the Sunforged Slayer. Doubles damage versus undead. And I believe it is a +1 weapon as well.
So Kilvar goes over, Rothgar's freaking it over his shin, and Bandic's trying to heal him and all that stuff. And he sees something glinting, so he takes out his dagger and starts chipping away at the stone to make it a little bit bigger. And he reaches down, grabs the hilt, and as he pulls the sword almost comically out of a crack in the ground and holds it up in the air, it begins to spark. And Kilvar's like cackling with laughter that he found this holy weapon.
Yes, and with that, yes, it is a +1 to hit, +1 damage, and double damage against undead. So you can decide who gets that in a moment once you figure out what's going on with Rothgar.
Oh yeah.
You're like in pain, and somebody's over there like, I won the lottery, and you're like, I just lost my leg.
Can you believe how lucky we are to find him? Yeah.
My bones are melting.
We're like, walk it off.
I can't walk. My shin bone has literally melted away.
Okay, I'm gonna go over now and let's inspect them.
Bandek, you can also roll intelligence as well if you want, as you're just there. I'll just let it be a free action as your like medical opinion. Yeah.
In my medical opinion, that's fucked up.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh my! I will point out on the random loot table, some of them you roll are just like a greasy pouch with containing nothing, and it's like
So he finds this like on his little crack in the floor, reaches in and pulls out this holy sword.
I was like, how can I make this make sense? Because dude did not have that on him. Yeah. But what do the rest of you guys want to do while Johnny's resetting his thing?
My eyes are still on the corridor. I'm waiting for something to come around the corner.
Yeah.
But I am going to yell out and say, fashion a splint. We got to keep moving.
Yeah,
I
is there
will
anything
try
that
to
we can
fashion
do?
a splint.
Well, yeah. I'll say around here. There's not much. They had swords on them and slings. There's a bunch of stones around, but that wouldn't make for good splints. You could use a torch if you could look through your equipments.
I have a torch, yeah. If there's nothing else around, then I'll use one of my torches to be used as a splint.
And
Can I use my club?
yeah, club could definitely
Oh,
work.
you do have a club.
Yes.
I do have a club that I'm not using.
True, just use the club.
All right, club, and I'll say you have to use. One of you had a bit of rope. I think you did, Bandek, or somebody did.
Yes, I have.
I have rope as well.
Okay.
I also have rope.
All right.
Yeah, I also have rope.
So, Bandek, I'm going to say you take your action to kneel down and using your rope and your club, a portion of your rope at least. You know, you're putting a nice splint on Rothgar's leg, and
As I fashion the splint, I'm like, you humans are so fragile.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm not used to encountering eldritch beings who melt my insides on a daily basis.
It seems like you need the light. Just muttering, like, holy propaganda while I'm patching up this thing.
And Bandek, while you're trying to tie this rope, you're having a bit of. You're able to do it. All your fingers seem to be working fine, but you have this weird sensation in your left hand again, like as you're like trying to dexterously use your fingers to be tying a rope. There's this weird feeling inside of your gauntlet, and it's like the gauntlet now feels incredibly tight on your hand. It's numbingly painful, and it's actually getting a bit painful now.
After I get it tied up, I'm gonna take my glove off and have a look.
You pull your glove off, and you now have a sixth finger.
That wasn't good this morning.
Oh, you're a victim of AI art.
So, my bones are melting, and you get an extra digit.
Should have been a dwarf.
If you ask
That wall
me,
up there seems to be shifting time. If you put your leg in it, it may grow your bone back, or, rip it off. You feeling lucky?
He looks at his leg, looks back.
Yeah, how is the splint looking like? I mean, my legs are so meaty that the club is needed. The torch would not have been sufficient.
I'll say it's good. Being that he's a priest, I'd say, he's got some experience in bandaging people up and being at scenes where people have been through horrific accidents and tending to wound it. So I won't even make you roll. I'll say you're not under pressure here. You make a good, sturdy, feasible splint. So what it's essentially going to mean is that I won't make you be in so much. And right now it's just like a numbing pain. Most of the pain went away with that healing spell. But that he used on you, but otherwise your leg is essentially useless, so you'll be hobbling around at 50% speed.
Now that the splint is done and stuff, I'll turn my attention back to the howlers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to hold up the key and say, so, what do you know?
We said let us out, we'll talk. Clearly,
And I say, talk and I'll let you out.
we're no match.
Talk and I'll let you out.
Alright, what's your charisma? +2. I'll do a reaction roll and see. +2. So a total of 10.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be scary about it. I'm just stressing the fact that they're not in a position to negotiate.
Oh, for sure. But that's what reaction rolls are for, and charisma and all that as well. And your words play a factor. So with that, they says, "Fair enough. We'll tell you what we know, and you promise you'll let us out?"
Yep.
Okay, what do you want to know?
So what is that, and what did it do to him? And how do we fix it?
That is the great Mugdulblub. That is why we are here. That is why Gorlock hauled our howlers here. He had visions. He feels we're meant to be here. And that thing is going to bestow blessings on us. But instead, those bitter mold bastards were locking us up until it was time to feed us to it.
I'm going to unlock the first one.
All right. He has no weapons or armor.
Okay, that's fine. Step over to the other one. In the dark. Yeah, anyone mind here? Kind of chilling in the dark down here.
Looking to Luther for some light.
Luther is not giving you the light. He's going to stay and keep looking at that corner.
Vandek will hand off his torch as he's just tending.
Your torch expired.
Oh, damn it.
It just expired.
Yeah.
Well, you can still fumble in the dark with the key if you want. It'll just take like a extra couple
I'm
seconds.
just going to wait a moment.
Oh, okay.
You guys, are you out of torches?
I'm looking.
You're over encumbrance as well.
I've got 2 torches if someone needs one.
Oh.
I'll hand it off to whoever wants it.
Well, Kilvar's already over encumbrance holding this sword at the moment.
Yeah. I figure I just see to that in a second.
Yeah, I was thinking.
I'm going to hand off I'll hand off a torch to Kilvar and offer to take some of your encumbrance.
I'll see that and say, lay the torch on the ground. It's fine.
How do I throw a torch on the ground?
Just drag it. Yeah, light it and then drag it wherever you want. It'll appear on that square.
There you go.
I'm going to go over and unlock this guy.
Okay. He steps out and he says, "I'm Nicteus, and this is Braun. Thanks for letting us out. Is that it? Are we free to go?"
How do we fix his leg, do you know?
There's no coming back from that. As far as we know, we've lost many of our kind to that. You get too close and that happens, unless you're coming in to feed it. It's just if you piss it off. Yeah. You know what happens.
So, is there a way around it?
A long way around, back the way you came, and he points north.
Ugh.
He's like, he then says, if you hastily dash across to the southeast, you should be able to make it before it emerges.
There's dead bitter molds here, right?
2 dead ones in this room, yeah.
Yeah. Tell them to take what they want from them, weapons and armor-wise, to defend themselves on the way out.
And the Cloven Heart, do you know anything about it?
The Cloven Heart? What is that?
It's a gem in the shape of a heart.
They look to each other. No. They do not.
Okay. Let's see.
That it? They're free to just pick up the slings and short swords and get out of here?
Yeah, tell them we cleared most of the way. But there still might be some bitter molds sneaking about. So, be careful.
I'll go ahead and tell your leader that we set you free and sent you on your way.
They nod, and then they head up past past you there, Luther. They push past you and they start heading up north.
Before that, I'm not going to move willingly. I'm going to ask a question before I do.
Oh.
Is there anybody else in prison down here?
As far as I know, they fed all the captives. We were to be next. There are more cells here to the northwest. So over in that area where you already were, Luther, you noticed there was a cell, but you had to get closer to investigate. And any motions down southwest from where you are, he says, I believe there's another down there as well. I'm not sure if there's any captives in there.
Right, and I'll step out of the way.
All right, and with that, they clearly are getting out of here, and they want no piece of you guys. Though they seemed pretty pissed off, but most of their anger was obviously at the bitter molds. Okay. So I'll give you a RP round before I switch and roll for random encounter. You can keep RP in for a bit.
So, as amazing as this sword is, I think it's going to be better off in someone else's hands.
I look at Kilvar and say, "The light chose you to wield it, so you shall."
And insist he holds on to it.
Oh my god. Actually, now that you say that, I'm going to agree with you. I'll throw my old mace aside.
Drop it on the ground if you don't want it, if it's going to be encumbrance.
I'll take it if I have slots for it.
Okay, so give him the mace.
Okay. So just your regular mace. I will drag over.
So on that note, I am capped though. So does anyone else want to? Who has a lot of space? Anybody?
Let me check.
I still have. My encumbrance is my slots, correct?
Yeah.
You can see it on your inventory tab to the right. Slots, yeah.
Yeah, I have 12 used out of 14.
Okay.
Yeah. I have 15 used out of 16, but I am carrying around 2 extra sets of leather armor, so if I ever need to drop those, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I have extra leather armor too.
Yeah.
I have a flask. Oh, that's something I bought it because I thought it was a water skin. I'm throwing that away.
No, you bought it because I said it's an empty jar that you could use to collect samples of things that you find, or empty jar is a standard dungeon crawl thing.
Okay.
So we've no clue to where we can find the cloven heart. We know where we should avoid, though.
Yeah, I really don't want to go back down there.
Let's check the rest of these cells. I'm going to walk to the other, where I was hiding earlier.
Yep.
I don't even see where you're to. I'm just in this room.
Anyone who wants to pick up the happily dropped torch there in the center of the room.
I can't.
I'll pick it back up because
right.
I thought he wanted it.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right, and you guys can do a move and an action before I roll for a random encounter.
Okay, so I'm going to move alongside Rothgar because Bandic has the torch and help him move, I guess.
Yep, move your tokens.
I'm only moving at half speed, aren't I?
Yes. But you could dash.
I am going to do a general search action.
All right, you're going to search the area. Okay, and the rest of you guys can take your move to go wherever you want while I describe this to him. There's a rusty cell comes into view. Its iron bars twisted, and the cell door is left open and kind of beckoning you forward, as I mentioned before. You do notice against the cell wall, menacing chains with manacles dangle, a chilling reminder of past horrors that have unfolded in this accursed chamber. You want to roll a wisdom check for if you're doing a sweeping search of the whole room?
Yep.
If that's what you're planning to do. You pick up nothing else of note. What other actions do the rest of you guys want to do up here?
Can I inspect the cell with the chains?
Yep, you gotta go over there. Since I won't even make you roll, but all it needed was an action to specifically check, and that's what you did. So you do notice inside this cell, if you look down in the chat, you see that scratched into the mushy stone.
Is there any language that anyone knows?
It's common, just like you see there.
Says Mugdulblub will dissolve.
All. Well, he certainly got a good start at it.
Okay, any actions from Kilvar or Rothgar before I...
No, I'm just trying to get him up so he can like see what's happening. You know.
Alright.
I'm very slowly emerging into this room.
So on a 1, it's a random encounter. Nope. Okay, so we'll go to next top of 4. You guys can begin to move.
We move down. Check the other cell they mentioned down this way.
So I'm basically walking with
stop.
Rothgar ahead of me, just so you know.
Stop right there.
Yeah, I know. I heard the spot. That's why I moved back.
Yeah, no worries. So as you step down into there,
So who's where, just so we sort of know.
Yeah.
you can all be piling in as you were as Luthar started for once
Yeah.
taking lead, which was unusual.
I was just I don't usually take lead, but I was just looking down the prison area.
It's all good.
So Nick knows I'm helping you walk, where you are melee based. Like I probably would tell you this. Like, I'm taking you to where you want to go. Right, so you kind of lead the way, and I'm one block behind you, kind of thing.
All right.
Probably on my club leg.
All right, dexterity, DC 12, Luthar. As you step forward here, all 4 blocks right here begin to sludge down and give way beneath your feet.
Place.
But it's only DC 12. I believe in you. Okay, you can shunt over to here because all 4 of these appear to be sunken in now, and you can all clearly see.
I'm going to say that another floor trap.
But in this room that you're in, I will describe it. Nestled within the shadowy alcove is another rusty cell, its iron bars firmly enclosing its contents. Within the cell is an unsettling, lumpy, purplish shape that lies in the darkness, leaving an unsettling knot of dread in the pit of your stomach. So the bars are closed, but there's a purplish lump of something over there.
Does it shine like stars?
Not at all. It's dull and dirty looking. If you want to try to perceive it a little better by taking an action, you can.
Is the door shut from my...
Yes.
Then yes, I will try and get a better look.
All right, roll a wisdom check for me. I might be able to give you a little bit more detail as you put your torch forward and lean in and try to have a good look.
I can't see much.
No. All I'll tell you, because even though you failed, I will tell you it's not moving. It's not sparkly or doesn't look like the cosmos or anything. It looks like a very dull, flat purple. That's all you can really make out. What about the rest of you guys want to do?
For attempt.
Don't really see much, like outside of like. Where is that sort of related to where I'm to? Do I see that cell?
From here, yeah, it's just right here. This alcove.
Oh, okay.
Pointed it out, I just can't see it.
I know you probably can't make it from your point of view. Yeah, I'm looking at your point of view. You can't see that it's an alcove, but that just curves, and it's just a dead-end alcove. So right where I'm clicking is a prison cell. And there's something
Made, like,
something purplish in the corner of it, but the cell is closed.
I mean, flashbacks of meeting Mugdulblub, whatever, however you say it.
Mugdulblub.
Mugdulblub. And, like, I'm just planning on giving it a wide berth.
Okay. Does anybody else want to come down, try to perceive it, get closer, investigate, or are you guys just ignoring it and heading south?
Is there any loose rubble?
No. Other than these 4 spots that are sunken in.
I would like to make a perception check on it and get closer and perceive it.
I love Ben. I assume Bandek, you didn't run right through the trap.
No, I didn't. No, I was just trying to move down.
It's all good. Yeah, if you get that much closer, yeah, go ahead, roll a wisdom for me. As you just now get closer and you lean in and you peer in.
19.
Okay. I'll point out that the one thing you notice now, the bars appear to be locked but not overly strong. Wouldn't take too much to break them down. But other than that, it looks, now you're starting to make it out, it kind of looks like it's a purplish robe. Maybe? Or maybe it's a humanoid with a purplish robe.
You just say "Oi" and knock on the cage.
All right, you bang on the cage, and no response, no movement at all, not even a flinch.
I would like to try to break open this cage.
I say wait.
I hold and look back.
I pull out a grappling hook, tie it to my rope. Be safe. I'm going to try and grapple the purple thing with my grappling hook. Drag it over without having to open the cage.
This is cool too. Yeah, you're just going to try to fish it out of there.
Yeah. If this is a thing that's alive, then it's still behind barriers. If it's not, we can probably just pull it close enough.
A normal dex check, just DC 12. So you guys can't assist because it would get in the way of trying to fish this out with 3 people pulling. Okay. You seem to struggle.
I'm going to keep trying if I keep missing.
Yeah.
But,
that's fine. All it means is that a round goes by, and we'll just start at the top of 5. So there's no threat. It's just time, right? So.
Yeah.
So you can go ahead and do it again. Okay. Does anybody else want to do anything during this round? So, it's like those, when you go to, like, the fair and there's that weird grappling hook game and you're trying to hook something out. And
you're little fish pond.
Yeah, and you hook it. And now I'll say as you start pulling it, it appears, I'm going to say now, I probably should have did it with the 11, but I'll say now a combination of the 2. I'll just say that took an extra second here. Even though you fail with the 3, the grappling hook this time goes in and hooks into it, and you start to yank it. And as you do, the robe kind of tears a bit, and then like you see that it turns over, and you see that there's a skeleton. It's like the corpse of a skeleton that was wearing this robe. And as you pull it and yank on it, then suddenly out of the skeleton is a willowy blue spirit of a thin human that arises from it, wearing those exact same robes. And it just floats forward and stops right here outside of the cell. How do you guys react?
I drop the rope. Get ready to draw my bow.
Okay. How does everybody else react?
I ready my my long sword and my shield.
I ready my undead slang sword.
Okay. So you all brought up and okay.
And I'll say, do you remember your life spirit?
Hey, look at you, using words instead of arms. Hey, who are you? Who might you be?
I'm Kilvar, cleric of Medidra. These are my allies, Rothgar, Luther, and Bandic.
It is a pleasure. I am Jakku the Polyglot. It is a pleasure. And he bows before you. Why have you disturbed me? Oh. And he turns and looks back at a fallen skeleton, like it's still in there with the purple robes. Oh yeah, I forgot that happened. Oh dear. Oh, so, what brings you to the Bittermold Keep?
We're in search of a gem.
Gem? What gem?
Cloven Heart.
The Cloven Heart. Quite the prize. Quite the history.
What do you know of it?
I know it was the most prized possession of the Bittermolds, handed down from generation to generation. It contains incredible magical potential. I have a feeling I know where it is located in here as well. I just don't know if I trust you.
We fought instead of, violence.
You a bunch of grave robbers.
I would never.
Okay, roll charisma for me. Kilvar. Okay, 16.
Like, I am a cleric of Madeira, and him over there, he's a cleric of a slightly lesser god, but still, he's an okay guy. And, yeah, we're good people.
Very well, very well. Okay, well, I know that it was... I know the bitter molds wouldn't let it get far from them at all. That's for sure. They would keep it close, keep it safe.
Okay.
Have you spoken to
The big creature in the abyss?
Oh no, not Mugdulblub. No, have you spoken to
Is that Mugdulblub's child?
No, not at all. That is a mutated golden catfish-like creature that was created by Mugdulblub. He's to the northeast of here,
So
in a pool of water.
Saw that. Pool.
Oh, well, in there, he, or it, whatever it is, I don't know its gender, but that creature tends to know everything about this place. I'd highly suggest you speak with it if you want more answers.
to the northeast.
Yes, it's kind of just as you leave from where the keep ends and the caverns begin. Yes, well, you're... What? Oh, I see the tolls of the Bitter Keep has, well, taken its toll as he looks towards Rothgar's leg. Seems he sustained an injury.
Mugdulblub ate his leg. Bone.
Ah, Mugdulblub, yes. Not Mugdulblub. He would find that rather insulting.
I hope he does.
Or it. Again, I don't know its gender. But
you're such a progressive spirit. I guess that's why you're poly something though.
yes, well, it tends to do that. It's that thing wants to consume everything, all things of existence, and basically suck it into itself until there's nothing left.
So, how do we get his femur back?
I highly suggest you do not go near it or engage it in any way. I'm not sure of your capabilities, but based on what I see before me, I don't think you're a match.
So, but will it grow back?
Oh, that? Oh, no.
Will it, return with time?
No.
Is he just a cripple forever?
There is one possible way. It's not. He literally dissolved the bone in your leg, it appears. There is one thing you could try.
If we stick him in the wall, will it grow back?
Ah, so intelligent you are, Kilvar, is it? Yeah, to the northeast of here, there is a time flux wall. It can have some effects of reversing time, but also adding time. Use it at your own peril.
It's funny. I can't take credit for that because I think Mike said it, or Steve.
No, Steve did.
Yeah, it's funny because when my character got hit and I was figured I might die, I was going to make the joke, but stick me in the wall to see what happened. but I was unconscious. Anyways, yeah, to you.
Oh, that's it. Well, any other questions or anything? I highly suggest you speak to...
Okay, so,
but otherwise, I wouldn't head any further south. As soon as you go around that corner, you're back in Mugdulblub's den.
So, is there anything we can do for you? Do you want a burial?
Oh, no, I'm not tormented. I'm just trapped here. I mean, I wouldn't want to bother you with that.
No, we
I
have
wouldn't.
time.
Well, I tell you what. If you ever cleanse this place of Mugdulblub, then I wouldn't mind being buried in the gardens above.
Okay.
But not. There's a waste of time now because you'd bury me and the whole ground could collapse in on itself and dissolve, and then it's just a total waste of time.
Okay. Thank you for your help.
Okay. Well, time to go back. He flies back to his corpse and flies back in.
I'm just gonna reel in my grappling hook then and put it away. Well,
Yeah.
I assume that golden catfish thing was in one of those pools that we passed in that room.
Slowly backtrack.
Well, do you guys plan to... Okay, I'll just let you head back like this. Yeah, do your double moves, and then we'll get to the top. Are you heading that direction?
I don't know where the way up is. Wait for lights.
Oh, you didn't have a light? No, it's back here. That's
I'm in
fine.
darkness.
Who's slamming the door? All right. So
Okay.
this was the room with the time flux wall.
Okay.
Turn our attention to Rothgar.
I'm gonna stick my leg in the wall.
Okay, before you do, let's take like. Is there anything on the ground? This is where the blob was, right? Is there like an old sword or anything?
In this room, there was just a bunch of mushrooms and stones, and
I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna take out one of my 2 maces that I have in my inventory now.
mm-hmm.
I'm gonna crack the thing in half and then throw it at the wall.
Okay. And you're just doing this before Rothgar. Rothgar, were you hastily doing it, or would you stop when you see they're testing it first?
Hastily doing shit. I'm hobbling.
Okay.
So they got time to do that.
All right, sounds good. So you, well, you wouldn't really be able to break a mace in half. They're designed for like literally not to break. I don't know how you would break a mace in half. That would be pretty tough.
Can I? It's just a shaft I'm breaking, really.
Crack an arrow in it.
Yeah, the shaft is still made of steel, so you could parry attacks, right?
Oh,
so it's not
crack
not a
what in
wooden
half?
handle. What's that?
Yeah. Crack an arrow in half.
Oh, that makes more sense.
I won't even make
We
you
threw an
mark.
arrow down in this room earlier.
Yeah, I won't even make you mark off an arrow, Luther. There's an extra arrow on the ground that you chucked earlier, even though technically it was in the other room, but it's fine. You pick up a loose arrow, snap it in half, and you toss it in, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So, I'm gonna roll something here. Okay. It spits it back out, and it looks like it's still cracked in half, but rotted. Like rotted away.
So,
Like a lot of time.
what if we have to time it so like it goes in as it's reversing, not while it's like aging?
So I guess watching the time. So like, if we take like a moment to sort of watch the roiling wall just before it resets, I guess like put my leg in just before the reset.
There's not really a reset. Now that you're trying to size it up, you notice that it's totally random and spontaneous. One part of it,
Oh, okay.
one bubble.
You seemed to mention it like it was sort of an order earlier. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, it's sorry. I'm
so-
not sure how you got that, but it's not an order. It's like one bubble is exploding and coming back, while at the simultaneously on another side of it, there's like one doing the opposite. It's just total random.
On the plus side, if it melts if it withers your leg, then try again. I'm trying to sound optimistic, but
Keep trying. If I end up with a stump, I end up with a stump. I'm still a cripple. So, yeah. You know what? Let's just try it. I'm going to stick my leg in the wall.
Okay, I'll let you roll the d4.
You
I'll be
know,
there for support.
yeah, let's just do this.
That's the same thing. Shit.
Okay, roll 2d10.
How many years or ages in the leg? You're great.
It's not percentiles. I'm not getting you to roll percentiles. Okay, you put it in and you pull it out, and when you do, you just notice. How old are you, Rothgar?
Let me think. My character would probably... Geez, he probably doesn't even know how old he is, honestly. So we'll say he's anywhere like late 20s, early 30s.
Okay. Well, you start... When he pulls it out, you start to see suddenly as you suck your lag back out from this goop, a few of those red hairs on your beard turn gray. Only a couple.
Okay.
On the beard? On his beard?
Yeah, and a couple in
No,
his hair.
affected me entirely.
Yeah. And a couple in your hair, but in your leg just still seems to be a limp noodle.
The important thing is he doesn't notice that, and we're not going to mention it to him.
Didn't work. Let's try it again.
All right, stick it in, roll a d4.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Do this.
Oh my god.
Roll,
The same thing.
roll 2d10.
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
Hey, you'll have the first character who dies of old age.
Yeah. Oh, this is funny. So watch now. I'm gonna roll like 20. 2d10.
Well, at
Same
this
thing.
point, your character is
gray.
now 18 years older than he was a few moments ago.
Oh my god.
So more
So
gray hairs come out.
Wait, what is this?
I don't think it's working. I should try it again.
Killer's eyes are wide as he looks back at the party.
He's oblivious to what's happening to him right now, so
Yeah.
he's just gonna try.
Yeah,
it again,
just
unless
sticking
someone
your-
stops him.
Just sticking your leg in, you wouldn't notice that your hair is changing color.
That's right. He's looking at his leg and not anywhere else, so he's 100% oblivious to this. So he is going to stick his leg in again.
I'm gonna say that I'm just staring at his leg, and I'm not really noticing his hair yet.
Roll a d4.
I want to get something else other than 2.
Oh, 4.
4.
All right, roll 2d10.
Oh my god, if this is like gambling and we have to get you back to like 19 years now that you've been up to 18, it's hilarious.
I know. It's
I'm invested now.
Oh,
You're 8 years
8.
younger.
So I'm 10 years older than I was. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So if that's the case, your leg is still a noodle.
Okay. Gonna do it again. Okay, so I'm 10 years older.
well, on
okay.
that note, is his hair growing?
No,
Is he
I'm not going to say it's growing so much because it's more like a time shift, like affects his body, but he probably would still have maintained it and blah, blah, blah. Like,
Okay.
yeah, not going to make it so that as if he stood here for 18 years and didn't cut his hair. No.
Okay.
It's just kind of like transporting his body into almost like what it would have been 18 years from now or 10 years
Okay.
from now. Roll a
Try
d4.
again.
All right, roll 2d10.
3.
Roll 2d10.
Ooh, we don't know what this is going to be. 2d10.
Oh,
You are
no.
9 years younger. So technically,
I'm 1 year older than I was.
yeah. You notice
Are you 1 year older?
his hair starts to be right back to what it was, a nice vibrant red.
Yeah, he went up 18, he's down 17.
Yeah.
Is this wall doing anything? I'm not noticing much of a difference here.
It's doing stuff. I think it seems to be working now.
Okay.
Keep trying.
Try it again.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh? So it's younger.
oh my
Yeah,
god,
See
if you were-
how
it is.
much younger?
I'll tell you how much it is. Like a 1 to 2,
you were 20 to 30, you said, right?
late
yeah, so
late
like,
20s. Yeah.
Yeah, I said late 20s, early 30s.
So
Okay,
right now
so-
we'll say that you're 29.
If you spike this, you could be 9 years old.
We'll say
Yeah.
you're 29 right now
Let's say I'm 29 right now. I'm good with that. Let's say I'm 29. So
because
it's
you were
2d10.
28, but now you're 29. So
Okay.
And
we roll 2d10.
Am I gonna be like a 10-year-old? Okay, I might need a new portrait. Okay, 2d10. Let's see what we get.
Oh my god.
Wow.
16 years old.
So Rothgar pulls out, and when you pull it out, and suddenly your leg comes out, and you put your foot back on the ground, and it's solid and healthy, and you're just like, you feel so young and full of life. And
Hey guys, I think it worked.
he doesn't have all that as much facial hair. He's not
I have
quite.
stubble.
But your leg is back to being good again.
So, on a different note, if we tried to age you up, we could risk aging you out of existence.
Yup.
So, okay, so now my character is 16 years old. Right?
Mhm.
Wait, I was 20, 16 years old. Okay, still ripped.
Yep.
Don't know what to
Oh
say.
my god. That was hilarious. I'm gonna need a new portrait, Eddie.
Are you going to stay a 16-year-old?
My leg is fixed. That's all I wanted. I didn't notice anything else was happening. It's like, hey guys, I got my bones back.
I don't know what to say.
Truly am flabbergasted.
Well, that's something.
Well,
Okay.
let's get back to it.
Okay, so I let all of that happen in one round. So I was pretty generous there. So we'll just roll for
Yeah,
a
I think you
random
were
encounter.
extremely generous.
So you did, okay, so no random encounter, so you can just pick it up at the top of 7.
Okay.
I didn't want old geezer Rothgar to be half stuck in the wall and then like a random encounter happens.
I would have been A-okay with it. I think you're more than generous.
No,
Well, the rest of the party watched in horror as I kept like Benjamin butting myself against this wall.
All right, so continue on, everybody. Are you guys? Let me just ask you. All right, what's your plan? Are you trying to head up northeast to find the catfish? Is that the plan? Because I can speed it up.
I think so.
That's the plan. We sort
I
of
think we know
were
the
already
pools,
there.
so
5, 10,
we're gonna go
15,
back to that
20,
and have a look around.
That was like
So
the.
1, 2, 3.
I think it was the paint pool.
Okay, so I'm just gonna use
Yeah.
this guy for lead. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, who's somebody with a light?
I am.
Bandec. So okay, we're gonna start with here, and then I'll count. You guys don't need to move your tokens. I'll get you to round. I'm just gonna count squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that'll be a full round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
That's so
7,
funny.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that would be top of 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna drag. Hang on now. Let me just make sure that I don't reveal anything that doesn't need to be revealed. No, this should be fine. Hopefully. And one of you are in a wall. Okay.
Yeah, it was Rothgar.
Yeah, you're probably, and Luther's probably not right up front. Okay. Okay. So, that's how much time it would take to get you guys to all rally back to here. And as you come back to this spot where you've seen that pool of water, also the direction that the skeleton ran, because if you remember I described he splashed into water, then you heard a bunch of splashes and then all the skeletons crumbled to the ground. So, to the west, you hear even more splashing. And there's some kind of figure there. You're going to get a little bit closer?
Nope.
Over right through here. This is all water. It doesn't look very deep. It looks like the most it'll go up to is around your knees or your waist. And it's pretty clear. It's very crystal clear water, so you don't see any kind of dangers.
Kilver's gonna say hello.
And I'm gonna light another torch.
Okay. All right. You say hello, and with that you hear.
Hello.
So, all right. Let me describe what you see here. In the heart of this chamber, a pool of crystal clear
Oh my
water.
God.
Crystal clear water stretches out before you, revealing its hidden treasures beneath the surface. You do notice scattered throughout this. Now it's a little further back, kind of right where he is right now. Scattered behind him, you see piles of sparkling gold coins that glint like stolen stars, beckoning with an irresistible allure. Amidst this glittering bounty, a fantastical creature, an enormous golden-scaled catfish with 4 limbs and webbed claws, adorned with long, beard-like tendrils and scales that radiate in otherworldly luminescence. It splashes and darts merrily through the water. And with that, it slides over here, and it's just like... And it's looking at you all. And then it kind of like sits its butt down and splashes in the water.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm looking to the party because I'm thrown off by the fish guy.
I'm just nodding for you to continue.
Yep, I'm standing behind you.
Yeah, we already know what to ask it.
What do we do about Mudblood?
Oh, I will tell you. 5 gold. Holds out his hand.
If we have to pay for information, shouldn't we? Shouldn't we? Excuse me. Ask about the Cloven Heart.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Where's the Cloven Heart?
For 5 gold, I'll tell you.
That's 5 gold in.
You toss it in the water?
Just at the base of wherever he is.
Yeah, that's
The water,
fine.
yeah.
There's lots of coins in the water below him. And it lands there. Okay. All right. Have you seen the artwork? The artwork told you where it is.
Nope, we paid you for the information, please.
Oh, yeah. Original bitter mold. Just like the artwork, he swallowed it. You can tell it's him because he has 6 fingers.
Look at Bandit.
Yeah, okay, you look.
I'm squinting at him.
Well, he has his gauntlet back on now, so his
I
6
know.
fingers jammed inside of a tight gauntlet.
I know, but I'm still squinting at him.
Where is Reginald Bittermold?
5 gold.
Is this Reginald Bittermold? The point of Bandit.
5 gold.
How much are these ruby things worth? Ruby chips, do you figure?
You can click on them. I think they're 5 gold each, actually. Let me see. Gems, ruby chips are actually 5 gold each. Yep.
I hold up a ruby chip. Will this suffice?
Oh yeah. Toss it in.
Tossed in at him.
What-
Where is Reginald Bittermold?
So you asked, where is he?
Yes.
Oh. Oh. No. He splashes around jovially in the pool for a minute. Did I even roll a 4 on a D100?
4
Okay.
on a D100.
Okay.
That's good.
You hope so. You'll find him in the Bitter Mold family tomb. Yeah, and he swallowed it. I'll tell you that as a bonus. He swallowed that stone, and he's in his tomb.
We'll let another chip. Where's his tomb located? Toss it at him.
Oh. He jovially splashes around. Oh, hang on. The southeast river that runs through the caverns through the Bitter Mold territories.
Oh my god.
If you swim down the river, it's hidden away or come to an opening. And there's an illusionary wall there. You go through it, you should find the tomb.
So we haven't seen. Is this the
I
river?
saw the river.
Yeah, we saw the river. That's
The
what the
river-
guys jumped into earlier.
The bitter mold we were fighting escaped down a river. We never pursued him. It means we'll have to pass by.
We have to
that guy
pass
again.
by
Oh,
Mugdulblub again. But if
But
we
if
go quickly, we won't disturb him.
Mugdulblub, blah, blah, blah. He's splashing around. Now, looking at this creature in front of you, you've never seen anything like it. You've seen
We saw a
different...
dead.
He looks like the dead one. No, that was your other characters that seen a dead in that pool.
that was
But
nice.
you've seen other kind of like Murloc-looking creatures in the past, except this one is a catfish, which makes it a bit different, and never one with golden scales. And I'll just point out, because it's pretty obvious, even though this creature is very jovial and helping you, there is a big pile of treasure behind him, as well as his body is literally covered in golden scales. Anything
Oh,
else?
this is Mugdulblub's kid.
Also, a skeleton wandered into the water and like instantly died. So
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
no, we're staying away from that.
torchlight's burning. We may need more answers from him later.
Yes. For now, we should probably head back to find that river.
Okay. 5 gold, I'll tell you the best way.
I'm not forking over any more money.
I think we can just backtrack. We sort of know how we can get.
I'm gonna throw in gold.
Oh, he was about to leave. You throwing one in?
5 gold.
Oh. Well, there's 2 different ways. You could head this way, around the corner, and head down south, and that leads past the big Mugdulblub. That's too dangerous. You don't want to go that way. If you go to the east, and let's see. Keep heading east until you hit a dead end. Then you go south until you come to your first turn. Then you make a left, and that'll bring you to a room where there is a barricade. You could break the barricade, and it comes out right near the river where you need to travel to.
Oh, that's a barricade right at the beginning of this place, isn't it?
Your other characters found it, but these did not.
Yeah, like our own characters found a barricade.
Oh, right. We never came. Right. That's why.
Blah, 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 blah. Anything else? So, what's the plan now? Bottom of 9. I'm going to just roll for a random encounter, because it's the bottom of...
Yeah, we were here for a bit chatting.
Oh, my. We might not have time to resolve it, because I normally would end in the next 15 minutes, but let's just see what it is.
Well, the last time I one-shot the guy, so let's see if that happens.
Yeah. I already pre-rolled all the random encounters. I don't even remember what they are.
Random counter, Mugdulblub.
Okay. Oh, my.
I don't like the sound of that.
What I'm going to say you hear, I'll let you hear it well in advance to give you a bit of an advantage here. So as you turn to leave, from the northeast, which you guys remember was a... I don't know if you remembered or not. I won't tell you. But to the northeast, you just hear a lot of commotion of multiple sets of footsteps coming through, and you hear like, let me go! Let me go! And a kind of halfling cursing, swearing, saying, let me go! Get her! And at the same time, you hear kind of like the kind of pompous, kind of noble-ish voices that you kind of recognize of the bitter molds, being like, shut up, you beast! We'll bring you to the great Mugdulblub, and you'll be fed, and we'll be rewarded. It's gonna be glorious! And you hear like a lot of commotion of like a lot of figures coming in your direction. So, go right to the top. What do you want to do?
Going to stealth. I had no intention
Okay,
of
well,
stealthing.
you don't
Yeah,
want...
I thought we were just running,
Alright,
and we were making stealth to see if they noticed us.
Well, okay, you can run, but I'll just say it's going to make noise. Four
we're gonna
characters
make noise
running
either way.
on stone floors wearing chainmail.
Yeah, we weren't trying to sneak. We
All
were
right,
trying to
well,
run.
just ignore all that. All right, so the 4 of you just begin to full-on dash in this direction. And hoofing it across there. Now, you make it that far, and with that, Bandek, you can look up north and you see a tied-up howler. He's hog-tied and they're dragging him across the... well, he's not hog-tied, he's just his arms are tied and they're forcing him to walk. And they're pulling him in that direction. And your light is enough that it shines just into their path enough to illuminate him. So, you guys can do a double move if you'd like, for sure. Because that was only one, right? That you just did?
Yeah.
So you can go another 6. Because that'll be your actions. And then I'm going to add all them and then we're gonna roll initiative. But I'll let you know
Wait.
what happens.
Into the skeleton doors.
Oh, should we go into the skeleton doors?
Yes, we can lock them. They might think there's still skeletons in them.
Oh, we should. Good idea. So here.
There's one to the north, one to the south.
Yeah, so we have enough movement so that 2 can go to the north, 2 can go to the south.
Or we just all go to one in case we're ambushed.
Yeah, we should all go to one.
Okay.
All right, and you shut the door. Somebody shut the door.
Yeah.
All right. All right, and I will say, you can't see it from where you are, but right here, remember this cubby hole was actually a little crack in the wall with a sliver that the skeletons were shooting out to. Through that crack, you just hear the commotion go by, and you hear one of the bitter moles shout, "Oh, what was that? There was something down there. I seen a dash of light. Did you hear all that movement? Is it more howlers, or is it us? You two, check it out." And you hear that through the wall. And
I say, doubt your torches.
and you still hear a lot of commotion right here outside, and they're all, it's almost like, "Stay still, we're waiting here till our scouts get back." You can clearly
I'm
hear
doubting.
through the crowd.
We can doubt our torches, right? And still light them again after.
You cannot. Only oil lanterns can be dimmed because they.
Well, stick them in a corner and we'll all block the light.
Okay.
Yeah. Just sort of like put it down low, like just so it's not lighting through one of those little crevices.
You'll do your best to stand around your torch and block as much light as you can.
Yeah.
I'll be nice and I'll give. So you're all being stealthy. Who's your most dexterous person here? It's probably the ranger, right?
I would guess, yeah.
All right.
I have 0 modifiers, but
Probably still yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna say I'll let you roll. Single roll as you instruct the team to take point on how everyone should huddle around, because nobody's moving, but instead of doing 4 rolls. And why are you guys?
All right.
Why is there 2 of you on one square?
I don't know.
Oh,
That's just where I was.
Who's?
am I on? Oh, sorry, I didn't know I was on someone's.
Yeah, no worries.
I was just.
All right, Luther.
All right.
So for you, it's a
All right,
straight
one roll.
One
Oh
roll.
god, straight roll.
It's
There it
and
goes.
it's whatever you roll is contested against their wisdom.
Okay. Now this dex is for. Is this a stealth roll to hide the torches?
Yeah, it's a mix of all of it. It's basically if you can all huddle in here and be quiet, as to avoid getting spotted.
Yes, but I have advantage on stealth rolls, but I'm wearing chainmail. If it's not about moving, would I still get advantage? That's what I want to know.
I think we should because we're also behind a stone slab.
Yep, I agree. Yeah, with the ranger's guidance, you can have advantage.
Didn't matter anyway.
Well, we'll see. Wisdom check for this bitter mold as
Oh my
he
God.
does his patrol. Okay. With that, they you hear him. "Hey, did you hear anything?" And you hear him shouting back. He's like, "I don't see it. I don't see where the light went. There was light. I seen it. I seen it for sure. I just don't know if it went south or east. Be quiet. We'll listen." Then a moment goes by, and you guys remain quiet, and they're like, and you hear them kind of movement come back, and then you hear a shout from up north. "Oh, hurry up! What is it? These damn howlers are getting," and you can hear them struggling with the ropes and some of the chains and. All right. No, there's nothing. I don't know what it was. All right, carry on. And with that, this huge convoy of howlers and bitter molds appear to walk off in the distance. Whew.
That went as well as it could have.
All right. Yeah, you definitely heard a
Not
mix.
upset that we cleared those skeletons out now.
Not at all.
That was, props to Steve for that.
I agree. That was such a.
It If Steve has his luck on, he should get another.
Well, here's the thing. I was just thinking that, but at the same time, like I changed the original luck rules because originally I had it so you would get luck, if you did something cool. That was the original way to get it back, but I changed it to you get it for killing monsters. So I don't know if I should do both because then it would get really pulpy. If I do think it's an awesome idea, though. It's so clever. I'll give you all an XP though.
Ooh.
I'll take that.
So you can all grant an XP because it does say you can give an XP for an incredibly exceptional, idea as well. So I will grant it an XP with only 5 minutes to spare is the best place to end it. Alright everybody, the next episode will be here on the screen if it's available at this time. Otherwise, if you enjoyed it, be sure to hit the like button, comment down below, let me know your thoughts on the adventure, share this with your friends if you want to help this channel grow, and as always, stay in the light.